mission is fueled by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, viewers like you, the National Endowment for Children's Educational Television, and
Delta Airlines. Because learning about geography is a great way for kids to learn about each other, no matter where they hang their hats. Delta Airlines, on top of the world.
Darn. History is filled with useful inventions that let people help other people. I hate that. But with just one theft, a very useful invention indeed will disappear from history. I think this job calls for barren wasteland.
Greetings, oh despicable one.
Listen, I'm sending you through the time portal to Alexandria around the year 270 BC. There's something very special I want you to steal.
Good. Ordinary thefts aren't my style.
I understand. This info beam will give you all the details. Now get going.
Time Pilot. Barren Wasteland just stole something from the past. You've got 28 minutes to get it back, or history will change forever. Initiate Chrono Skimmer launch sequence. Boot up the Chrono computer. Power up the engines. Extend the temporal sequencer. Now, get going!
We're on the case and we're chasing her through history. Chrono Skimmer, engines hot. Vile villains, evil plot. Our brave squadron leader will help us defeat her and bring back the loot to its rightful place in time. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego. Stop her crime and solve this mystery. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego. We're on the case and we're chasing her through history.
And here's the Time Pilot Squadron leader, Kevin Shinnick.
Hey, welcome aboard, everybody. I want you to hang on tight because we've got a very big mission, but very little time. So let's meet today's time pilots, starting with Linda Baffo. Come on, Linda, nice to see you. And Steve Ronan. Come on out here, Steve. Welcome to the squadron. All right. And Janae Camiso. Janae, nice to see you. Very good, time pilots. Just so you know, we depend on fact fuel to power the Chrono Skimmer, and you guys will be generating that fuel with your answers. Now, each of you is equipped with 100 power points, so let's check in with the Chrono Skimmer engine crew. All right. Never leave home without them, and since they're ready and raring to go, let's begin our pursuit of barren wasteland. Chief, what's our mission profile?
Squadron, your time target is around 270 BC. Destination, the city of Alexandria in ancient Egypt. Many ancient cities were packed with wooden buildings, so fires were a real problem. Then a man named Ctesibios invented something that put fires out. It used cylinders and pistons to squirt a stream of water. By inventing the science of hydraulics, Ctesibios gave firefighters one of their most important weapons against fire, or so history told us till now, when barren wasteland went back into time and staged an historic hydraulic heist.
Thanks for the info, Chief. All right, time pilots, for 10 power points, what did barren wasteland steal? Was it the water pump, fire hose, or sprinkler system? Remembering the clues we just heard? Alexandria, around 270 BC, invented by Ctesibios, firefighting device using cylinders and pistons to squirt water. All right, guys, you heard the clues. Lock on to an answer as soon as you can. All right, Linda, what did you say?
Water pump.
All right, Steve?
I said the water pump.
Oh, Janae? The answer is the water pump. Linda and Steve. Time pilots, now we know what Ben stole. We want to get it back. And I tell you, if you today can retrieve that loot and capture Carmen Sandiego, you'll win a complete multimedia computer system. So, let's go get it back. Engine room, let's warp to the time of the time. Okay, pilots, we made it back to 270 BC, and so far... Wait a second. Oh, that last warp really depleted our fact fuel. We need to refuel with a data boost. All right, time pilots, I'll name something. Your job, buzz in and tell me if it existed in 270 BC or did not exist. First one to buzz in and answer correctly gets 5 power points, but if you're wrong, you lose 5, okay? Here we go. Dinosaurs. Going to Linda.
Did not exist.
Did not, correct. They did not exist. They died out approximately 66 million years earlier. All right, ice skates. Going to Linda.
Did not exist.
Actually, they existed. Early ice skates were made from animal bones. How about matches? Going again to Linda.
Did not exist.
They did not exist, correct. Matches were not developed until 1827. Umbrellas. Going to Janae.
Existed.
Yes, they did. Evidence suggests umbrellas date back to 2400 BC. Rocks. Going to Linda.
Existed.
Yes, they existed. All right, very nice, guys. You've replenished our fact fuel. And just a reminder, all our fact fuel is verified by Encyclopedia Britannica. Now let's continue our mission here in 270 BC. Hey, we're in luck, guys. That's the clue finder. It's locked on to someone in the future. Let's bring him aboard and see if they can help us, all right? Hey, it's a fireman.
Indeed I am. I just came from a huge fire. It was great fun to watch.
Wow.
I might go back, but this time I won't get quite so close.
Wait. You're telling me the fire's still burning?
Probably.
Well, go put it out.
Well, it's not my problem.
You're a fireman. It's your job to put out fires. Go.
Look, I work for a fire insurance company. When I go to a fire, I look at the house and I see if they've got a fire mark. It's a metal plate on the side of the house. Tells us they're insured by our company. If I see the fire mark, then I put out the fire.
Well, what if you don't see the fire mark?
Then pretty soon there's no house, is there? Sure inspires people to get the old insurance now, don't it?
Wait. You only put out fires on homes that are insured by your company? That's some system. I mean...
It's brand new. We're very, very proud of it, let me tell you. You know, about 15 years ago, there were no fire brigades at all, and the Great Fire destroyed much of the city. It almost got me, but I jumped into the Thames, just like that. Yeah. Well, let me tell you, I'm going to go back and take a look at that fire. What do you say?
Go.
Yeah. You want to come?
Oh, I'll stay here. You quickly go.
All right, I'll go back.
Okay there, pilots. Now tell me the place and time where barren wasteland is hiding. Paris in the 1540s, London in the 1680s, or Berlin in the 1720s. Remembering the clues we just heard. Thames River, Great Fire destroyed much of the city 15 years earlier, and new private firefighting companies looked for fire marks. Linda, what did you say?
I said London in the 1680s.
Well, all right. Steve, what did you say?
And I said London in the 1680s.
Okay, Janae?
I also said London in the 1680s.
You guys are going to be happy because it's London in the 1680s. 10 points for everybody. You know, Squadron, the terrible Great Fire of London burned in 1666. And every future fire might be a great fire if we don't get back the water pump. Engine room, let's warp to the 1680s. All right, pilots, we followed barren wasteland to the 1680s, but he's about to do some globe hopping in the late 1600s, so it's time for global pursuit. Grab your controls, watch the globe on your screen, and buzz in when you think you know the answer. If you're right, you get 5 power points. If you're wrong, you lose 5, okay? Remember, we're in the late 1600s, but we're referring to places by their modern-day names. Here we go. The barons in the city where an exploding artillery shell heavily damages the Parthenon. Going to Linda.
Is it Athens?
It is Athens. Very nice. That happened during a battle between the Venetians and the Turks. Nice call. Then he scampered to the colony that moves its capital to Williamsburg after a fire in Jamestown. Going to Janae.
Virginia.
Yes, it is. Back then, Williamsburg was known as Middle Plantation. Next, now he's in the city where architect Christopher Wren directs the rebuilding effort after the Great Fire. Going to Steve.
Is it London?
It is London, Steve. He's on the loose in the country where Mount Etna erupts, killing 20,000 people. Again to Steve.
Italy?
Correct, Italy. It erupts in 1669. All right, the barons dash to the place where several African Americans and Native Americans burn their masters' homes. Going to Janae.
South Carolina.
Actually, it's Connecticut. All right, guys, well done. That's the good news. The bad news is I just found out Barren Wasteland skipped out of Connecticut right before we got there. I mean, go figure. Wait a second. Hey, that's the engine room alert, guys. Let's check in with the crew, all right? What are you picking up, John?
Yeah, Kevin, I've locked onto a message from our friend Millennia, the oldest woman on Earth.
Oh, great, John. Put it up on the view screen.
All righty, I'm engaging visual contact right now.
Advertising. You know, I was just recalling 1944. Back then, I was in advertising. And I came up with a mascot for the U.S. Forest Service campaign to prevent forest fires. Smokey the Skunk, I called him. Cute cartoon skunk dressed up in a little fireman's uniform. I even had the perfect slogan, fire stinks. But they wound up using Smokey Bear instead. Cartoonist created Smokey Bear, who wore a hat, blue jeans. He was plastered across ads and posters where he reminded folks, remember, only you can prevent forest fires. I still prefer Smokey Skunk, or even my other character they dumped, Speck of Ash. His slogan was, let's make fire bite the dust. But Speck bit the dust instead.
I'm pretty sorry to hear that, but pretty happy to have those clues, guys. Squadron, what war is being fought in the time where Barron is hiding? Is it Vietnam War, Spanish-American War, or World War II? Remembering the clues we just heard. 1944, U.S. Forest Service campaign to prevent forest fires, and Smokey Bear debuts. All right, guys, those are the clues. Lock onto your answer as soon as you can. All right, Linda Kiddo, what'd you say?
I said World War II.
All right, Steve.
I also said World War II.
And Janae?
I also said World War II.
You guys are good. The answer is World War II. That's what we like to see. 10 points for everybody. Pilots, Smokey's slogan was, only you can prevent forest fires. But right now, only we can save the history of firefighting by getting back the loot. So let's warp to 1944.
Going somewhere time takes? I don't think so.
Pilots, we made it to 1944, but Barren Wasteland just zapped our fact fuel. It's time for another data boost. All right, time pilots, I'm going to name a movie. Your job, answer yes if that movie is about firefighters, or no if it isn't. If you're right, you get 5 power points. If you're wrong, you lose 5. Remember, yes or no. Backdraft, going to Steve.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it was. It was directed by former Happy Days star Ron Howard. Heat, going to Linda.
Yes.
Actually, no is the answer. There have been at least 3 movies called Heat, but none of them have to do with firefighters. Towering Inferno, going to Linda.
Yes.
Yes, it's about a fire in a massive skyscraper. How about Great Balls of Fire? Going to Linda again.
No.
No, good, that's the answer. It's a biography of 50s rock star Jerry Lee Lewis. Some Like It Hot. Going again to Linda.
No.
No is the answer. It's a very famous 1959 comedy starring Marilyn Monroe. All right, guys, you have replenished our facts fuel, and that means we're ready for time travel from 1944. All right, the question really is where's the Baron with the loot? Because, wait a second, guys, do you hear that? Someone's breaking into our frequency.
Hello, time chumps. I'm vacationing in Kuwait, home to some of the world's biggest oil fields. I love the smell of crude oil in the morning, especially when it's burning. See, Iraq recently invaded Kuwait. Then soldiers from other countries drove the Iraqis out. But they set fire to about 650 oil wells as they left. Now those burning wells are trashing the environment, wasting money, and making me an all-around happy guy. Unfortunately, a bunch of hotshot Texas firefighters have flown in to put out the fumy fires. You see, every time things get going good, someone's got to spoil my fun.
All right, guys. The Baron foolishly gave us some clues, so let's use them. Tell me, where in time is he hiding? Is it just after the Boer War, just after invasion of Panama, or just after the Persian Gulf War? Remembering the clues we just heard. Invasion of Kuwait by Iraq. Iraqis set oil well fires. Specially trained firefighters are flown in. All right, guys, those are the clues. Lock onto your answers as soon as you can so we can get back that loot. Linda, what did you say?
I said just after the Persian Gulf War.
Okay, Steve?
I said just after the Persian Gulf War.
I'm glad you're happy about that.
Just after the Persian
Oh, well,
Gulf
you know what?
War.
We're also happy about that because the correct answer is just after the Persian Gulf War. Nice, guys. And you know what, pilots? The Gulf War ended in 1991. And thanks to the firefighters who put out the blazing wells, an even greater environmental disaster has been averted. But who knows how long those oil wells will burn if we fail on our mission today. All right, Squadron, we've got to make one more leap forward in time, and that means an ultimate data boost. Pilots, in an ultimate data boost, each correct answer is worth 10 power points. But if you're wrong, you lose 10, okay? I'll give you a statement about fire. Your job, buzz in and tell me if it's a true statement or a false statement. All right, here we go. All known substances require oxygen to burn. Going to Janae.
True.
Yes, it is. The first fire trucks actually delivered fire to homes to help restart rain-soaked fireplaces. Going to Janae again.
False.
Yes, it is false. The White House was once burned by enemy invaders. Going to Linda.
True.
It is true. Good. The British burned it during the War of 1812, but it was rebuilt and occupied by James Monroe in 1817. Nice. One of the two types of home smoke detectors contains radioactive material. Going to Linda.
True.
Yes, it is true. Ionization detectors use a tiny amount of radioactive material to detect the presence of smoke. All things that burn produce flame. Again to Linda.
False.
Yes, it is false. Certain substances, like coal, burn without making a flame. One method of fighting a forest fire is to intentionally burn trees. Going again to Linda.
True.
Yes, areas of forest are sometimes strategically burned to prevent an oncoming fire from spreading. Fireflies shoot tiny balls of flame at their enemies. Going again to Linda.
False.
Correct, that is false. 3 Apollo astronauts were killed by a fire in their space capsule. Again to Linda.
True.
Yes, it is true. The crew of Apollo 1 died during a flight simulation on the launch pad in 1967. Finally, the first hot cereals were lit by a match and cooked in your bowl. Linda?
True.
It's false. It's false. But that was a very nice round. Let's see what happened, guys. Linda has 215 power points. Steve has 155, and Janae has 155. So that means we have a tie, guys. And that means that I've got a tiebreaker. To break the tie, I'll give you clues about a U.S. president. The first one to identify the president correctly goes on to the next round. So here go the facts. You buzz in when you think you know him. If you're right, you get it. If you're wrong, you keep going. He was the 34th president. John F. Kennedy succeeded him as president. I like Ike, used as a campaign slogan. The Eisenhower jacket is named for him. Okay, Steve, what did you say?
Dwight D. Eisenhower?
That would be correct. I'm glad you got that one, Steve. All right. And that means that Linda and Steve are moving on to the next phase of this mission. Janae, you did a great job. You really did. Give me 5. All right. Very good. And now the chief wants to say a few words to express our appreciation.
Criminal schmiminal. Don't let barren wasteland get you down. You did outstanding work today. So, we'd like to reward you with our Acme TimeNet Mission Pack. It includes a deluxe Britannica World Atlas, this official Carmen t-shirt, the Chrono Skimmer cap with you-know-who's picture in front, a wear-in-time watch, plus the Carmen San Diego CD-ROM library and board games. You match wits against the crime queen herself through countless cases and thousands of clues. From Acme TimeNet Command, we salute you.
All right, Squadron. We sent Janae back to TimeNet Command while we stay on board here and complete this mission. You guys ready?
Sure.
Let's go.
You are? All right, Chief, we're ready.
Time pilots, the history of firefighting is at stake. Get to Kuwait in 1991. Take back the pump from that chump. Kevin, you're in command.
All right, Chief. Time pilots, full speed ahead to 1991. Look, Barren Wasteland's got the first water pump in a cybersphere. Activate the loot tractor beam.
We'll meet again, Time Tots, and sooner than you think.
Guys, we have gotten back the first water pump and have it safely on board. Congratulations, you've completed mission objective number 1. Plus, you're now one step closer to winning that awesome multimedia computer system. But before we continue chasing the Baron, we've got to return the loot to around 270 BC. So let's check in with the Chief to get our flight plan. Chief?
Time pilots, you must navigate the Chrono Skimmer through 8 events from the history of fire and firefighting, starting at the most recent event and finishing at the least recent event. The time pilot who does that goes on to chase Carmen and Barren Wasteland along the trail of time. Here are the events on your flight plan. The Jamestown, Virginia colony burns for the 2nd time. The first self-propelled motor fire engine is introduced. The song Disco Inferno is heard in the film Saturday Night Fever. The first water pump is invented. The World Trade Center bombing. Emperor Nero begins rebuilding Rome after a fire. FDR delivers his first fireside chat. Joan of Arc is burned at the stake. That's your briefing, time pilots. Good luck on your journey.
Okay, Linda, you had the higher score. You have the choice of going first or second.
I would like to go first.
All right, in that case, Linda, I want you to navigate this Chrono Skimmer back through time from the most recent event to the least recent event, starting by picking the most recent event on the board. You may begin.
Okay, the World Trade Center bombing.
Yes, 1993.
Disco Inferno and Saturday Night Fever.
Correct, 1977.
Okay. FDR's first fireside chat.
Yes, 1933.
The first motor fire engine.
Yes, 1898. Keep going.
The second burning of Jamestown colony.
Correct, 1676.
Okay, Joan of Arc is burned at the stake.
Yes, you've gotten us to 1431. Keep going.
The first water pump is invented.
All right, back to you, Steve, picking the most recent event.
World Trade Center bombing.
Yes, 1993.
Disco Inferno and Saturday Night Fever.
Correct, 1977.
FDR's first fireside chat.
Yes, 1933.
First motor fire engine.
Yes, 1898. Keep going.
Second burning of Jamestown colony.
Correct, 1676.
Joan of Arc burned at the stake.
Yes, 1431.
Nero begins rebuilding Rome.
Correct, 65.
And the first water pump is invented.
Correct, Steve. You've saved history. Congratulations, buddy. And come here, Linda. You did a great job. You helped us get there. That was a tough one, I'll tell you, back and forth like that. But you know what? We're not done yet. You and I are going to move on in just a moment. But Linda, you've got another mission, my friend. And right now, the Chief has a word about it.
You've done some top-notch navigation today, and you always need to be ready for future missions. So, we're equipping you with a complete TimeNet mission pack and this terrific portable CD player featuring a polycarbonate body, a MASH 1-bit DA conversion system, 24-track random access programming. Plus, it's mighty smooth and pretty. Job well done, time pilot.
Steve, you navigate us back to around 270 BC and return the first water pump. Right now, Linda is piloting the Chrono Skimmer back to the present. But Steve, both Carmen and Barren Wasteland are still out there, so you've got more to do. You got to track them down, all right?
All right.
So it's time for us to exit the Chrono Skimmer and head for the Trail of Time. Chief, is that a go?
Kevin, I'm initiating the transportal exit sequence. Prepare to leave the Chrono Skimmer.
We're ready, Chief. Look out, Carmen. We're on our way.
In time, it's Carmen Sandiego. Stop her crime and solve this mystery. Tell me where. In time, it's Carmen Sandiego. We're on the case and they're chasing us through history.
You gotta track Carmen through 6 time portals by answering her questions. Do that in 90 seconds, and you'll energize the capture crystal, which will trap Carmen Sandiego, and you'll win that big multimedia computer system. Ready?
Let's go.
Set. Go, Steve, go! Follow the engine crew to the first portal.
It's 1654. Where is America's first fire engine commissioned? Massachusetts or Virginia?
Virginia.
Crank the crank, open the gate, Steve. Keep going, almost there. Keep on cranking. All right, go to the second portal.
It's 1827. What is invented to start fires? Gunpowder or friction matches?
Friction matches.
Yes, you've got 4 more to go. You've got 56 seconds. Keep up the good work, Steve.
It's 1871. What city loses 4 square miles in a fire? New Orleans or Chicago?
Chicago.
All right, you've captured barren wasteland. Congratulations. Keep going.
It's 1945. What's the first city on which the atomic bomb is dropped? Hiroshima or Nagasaki?
Hiroshima.
All right, 2 more to go with 30 seconds left.
It's 1965. What U.S. weapon burns forests in Vietnam? Patriot missile or napalm?
Napalm.
All right, 1 more to go, Steve.
It's 1991. Where are Iraqis setting fire to oil wells? Egypt or Kuwait?
Kuwait.
All right, you made it to the trail of time, Steve. Very good, and you've energized the capture crystal. Now take it and place it in the chronolock chamber to capture Carmen Sandiego. Way to go. You completed every phase of your mission. And now the Chief wants to show you what you've won. Chief?
Pilot, you've navigated yourself to an A1 mission rating and this multimedia computer system. With a powerful processor, fax modem, CD-ROM drive, and color monitor, it's the sharpest hot rod on the info superhighway. You'll also get a year of Britannica Online, the definitive cyber source for information, plus the Britannica CD-ROM Encyclopedia and the complete 32-volume Britannica Encyclopedia set. Now, all of history will be at your fingertips. Time Pilot, I salute you.
Thanks, Chief. All right, Steve, you did it. You won the big computer. You feel pretty happy?
Oh, yeah.
All right, you made a great time pilot. You captured barren wasteland. You captured Carmen. You did a great job, a great time pilot. But now we've got to head back to the present. Because remember, at Acme TimeNet, history is our job. The future is yours.
We're on the case and we're chasing her through history.
Fueled by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, viewers like you, the National Endowment for Children's Educational Television, and
Delta Airlines. Because learning about geography is a great way for kids to learn about our world, one piece at a time. Delta Airlines, you'll love the way we fly.
Curses! Those Acme time pilots seem to catch up with me wherever I go. Maybe I need a new way to get around. I have just the thing. It's strong, it's fast, and it'll soon be mine. Dr. Beljar, report at once.
Time to wreak havoc with history again, Carmen?
Yes, I'm sending you through the time port to the United States in the year 1831. There's something very special I want you to steal.
Perfect! Science is about to strike again!
This info beam will give you all the details. Now, get going!
Time Pilot. Dr. Beljar just stole something from the past. You've got 28 minutes to get it back, or history will change forever. Initiate chrono skimmer launch sequence. Boot up the chrono computer. Power up Start the engines. Extend the temporal sequencer. Now, get going.
We're on the case and we're chasing her through history. Chrono skimmer, engines hot, vile villains, evil plot. Our brave squadron leader will help us defeat her and bring back the loot to its rightful place in time. Tell me where in time is Carmen San Diego? Stop her crime and solve this mystery. Tell me where in time is Carmen San Diego? We're on the case and we're chasing her through history.
And here's the Time Pilot Squadron leader, Captain Shinny.
Good morning, everybody. I want you to hang on tight because we've got a very big mission, but very little time. So let's meet today's time pilots, starting with Omar Daru Jr. Omar, welcome aboard, pal. It's good to see you. And Erica Notstein. Erica, welcome to the squadron. All right. And David Bonner. David, nice to have you on this mission, buddy. All right, time pilots, just so you know, we depend on fact fuel to power the Chrono Skimmer, and you guys will be generating that fuel with your answers, all right? So, each of you is equipped with 100 power points. Let's check in with the Chrono Skimmer engine crew. All right. Moving and shaking. Now that they're ready and raring to go, let's begin our pursuit of Dr. Beljar. Chief, what's our mission profile?
Squadron, your time target is 1831. Destination, the United States. At that time, freight was shipped around the nation via roads, steamboats, and canals. Then came the early railroads, which tried using horses to haul the trains. But in 1831, an English machine called the John Bull arrived in the U.S. It used steam power to pull rail cars. The John Bull sparked rail growth across the nation and became a symbol of the Industrial Revolution in America. Or so history told us till now, when Dr. Beljar made tracks back in time and burgled the bull.
Thanks, Chief. Pilots, for 10 power points, what did Dr. Beljar steal? All right, was it a cable car, a steamroller, or a locomotive? Remembering the clues we just heard, arrived from Great Britain in 1831, used steam power to pull rail cars, and symbol of industrial revolution. All right, guys, lock onto an answer as soon as you can there. Omar, what'd you say?
A steamroller.
Okay, Erica?
Locomotive.
And David?
Locomotive.
Okay, the correct answer is locomotive. All right, we now know what Dr. Beljar stole, and if one of you today can retrieve that loot and capture Carmen San Diego, you will win a complete multimedia computer system, all right? So let's go get it back. Engine room, let's warp to the time of the crime. All right, pilots, we followed Dr. Beljar back to the year 1831, but he's about to do some globe hopping here in the 1830s. So for us, it's time for global pursuit. All right, grab your controls, watch the globe on your screen, and buzz in when you think you know the answer, all right? If you're right, you get 5 power points. If you're wrong, you lose 5. Remember, we're in the 1830s, okay? Beljar is hiding in the country where the Yurta Canal opens, connecting the North Sea and the Baltic. Yes, Omar.
Sweden?
Correct, Sweden. Then he dashed to the place where the first railroad tunnel is built. What do you say, guys? Yes, Erica.
England.
Correct, England. Now he's gone to the state where the first wire cable bridge in the U.S. is built. Yes, David.
Pennsylvania?
Yes, Pennsylvania. He's in the city where a ship completes the first transatlantic crossing, only steam power. Omar.
New York?
Correct, New York. And the second ship to do that arrived later the same day. Then he went to the city where the first clipper ship, that's a very fast-sailing ship, is built. Yes, Omar.
Baltimore?
Baltimore, correct. Very nice, guys. But unfortunately, we got a tough break because it seems Dr. Beljar has skipped out of Baltimore right before we got there. So, wait a second. Hey, the Clue finders locked the time turbulence in 1800s. Let's bring him on and see if he can help us. Hi. Where'd you come from?
From my workshop in 1905. My, you have remarkable equipment. I have a great interest in equipment. The name's Grandy Woods. Oh. I'm an inventor.
Hey, you're the man they call the Blue Edison.
Ah, that's funny. I thought they called him the White Granville T. Woods. Anyway, I've come up with a new system for brakes on trains, which will make rail travel lots. Also invented a telegraph induction system, which allows stations to communicate with trains while they're moving.
Wow. Wow, yeah, two inventions that change the history way, huh? That's great, but listen up.
You know.
No.
I also invented overhead power line for trolleys.
Trolleys, that's great, but we've got to...
And the third rail for subways.
That's terrific.
And let's not forget electric incubator. Keeps chickens' eggs warm until they hatch.
Chickens, right, yeah. Wait a minute, what does that have to do with the railway system?
Nothing. But the hens sure like it. Well, I'd better be getting back now. I've patented dozens and dozens of inventions over the last 20 years. And if I let up now, our fellows back at the patent office will sure feel lonely.
Well, we don't want to keep them waiting. Don't touch that, okay? Thanks. Bye. Okay, we've got a mission to do. All right, guys. Let him get his own ship, right? All right, pilots. Where in time is Dr. Bellejar? Tell me who was president. Rutherford B. Hayes, Teddy Roosevelt, or Franklin D. Roosevelt? Remembering the clues we just heard, 1905, Granville T. Woods, and historic rail devices and other inventions. Lock on to an answer as soon as you can there, guys. All right, we're locked in. Omar, what'd you say, pal?
Teddy Roosevelt.
All right, Erica?
Teddy Roosevelt.
And David?
Teddy Roosevelt.
Correct answer is Teddy Roosevelt. Very good. 10 points for all you guys. All right, pilots. You know, the inventive genius of Granville T. Woods had a huge effect on rail travel, but history's heading for a train wreck if you don't get back the John Bull. So, engine crew, let's warp to 1905. Okay, pilots, we made it back to 1905. So far, so good. Doing very well. But, uh-oh. Oh, no, that last warp used up all our fact fuel. We need to refuel with a data boost. All right, time pilots. The stolen John Bull locomotive could go up to 40 miles per hour. Now, I'll name a living thing. Your job, buzz in and tell me whether its top speed is faster or slower than the John Bull's top speed. If you're right, you get 5 power points. If you're wrong, you lose 5, all right? First, cheetah. Yes, Omar.
Faster?
Correct. That's around 60 miles per hour as a cheetah. Black mamba snake. Yes, Erica.
Slower.
Correct. The fastest land snake, but that's only around 10 to 12 miles per hour. Okay, garden snail. Yes, Omar.
Slower?
Correct. About 350 hours to travel 1 mile. Peregrine falcon. Yes, Omar.
Faster?
Correct. It's been clocked at an incredible 217 miles per hour. How about Angela Lansbury? Yes, Erica.
Slower.
Correct. We estimate Miss Lansbury's top speed to be around 4 to 5 miles per hour. All right, time pilots, great job. You've replenished our fact fuel. And just a reminder, all our fact fuel is verified by Encyclopedia Britannica. Now let's continue on our mission and get back the John Bull locomotive. But first, wait a minute. Pilots, we're picking up something from the trans-time signal monitor. It's Dr. Bellejar reporting to Carmen. Watch the view screen.
Carmen! This John Bull is so primitive. I, the genius Beljar, need high tech to hold my attention. So I've gone to the Asian country that just built the world's fastest train. In English, it's nicknamed Bullet Train, but here on Honshu Island, they call it Shinkansen. At 130 miles per hour, it gives new meaning to rush hour. By the way, the 18th Summer Olympics are in town. I wanted to compete, but they told me all my body parts had to be human. Oh no, Edward, it's all right. Look what you've done. Fools! Is it my fault the world is bionically challenged? Over and out.
All right. Boy, I thought we had problems, huh? All right, pilots, where can we find Dr. Beljar? Philippines in 1932, China in 1951, or Japan in 1964? Remember the clues we just heard? Shinkansen, or Bullet Train, Honshu Island, and 18th Summer Olympic Games. Let's lock onto an answer. All right. Omar, what'd you say, pal?
China.
Okay. Erica?
Japan.
And David?
Japan.
All right, correct answer is Japan. So it's 10 points for Erica and David. All right, you know, the Shinkansen was the world's fastest train until France's TGV began running in 1981. But there may be not trains at all fast or slow if you don't get back the bull. So let's warp to 1964.
Catch me if you can, time pilots.
All right, pilots, we made it back to 1964, but Dr. Beljar has zapped our fact fuel. So it's time for another data boost. All right, time pilots, I'll name a historical event. It's up to you to buzz in and tell me whether it took place in the 1860s or the 1960s. If you're right, you get 5 power points, but if you're wrong, you lose 5, okay? Remember, 1860s or 1960s. 15% of U.S. families have more than one car. Yes, Erica.
1960.
Correct, 1960. First underground railway opens. Yes, Omar.
1960?
Actually, it's 1863. That was the London Underground. First undersea voyage around the world completed. Yes, David.
1860.
I'm sorry, it's 1960 would be. It was made by the nuclear sub USS Triton. Suez Canal opens. Yes, Erica.
1960s?
Actually, it's 1869. Thaddeus Lowe named head of U.S. Army Aeronautics Section. Yes, David.
1860.
Correct. 1860s, that was a tough one. He was a balloon. Guys, tough round. We did a great job. We've replenished our fact fuel. So I'd say we're ready for time travel, wouldn't you? All right, for our next clue, Squadron, you know what that means? That means I'm needed in the engine room. So let me just check this out, okay? You guys be all right here? Power the chrono skimmer? Keep it under 20, okay? That's the century 20. All right, hang on. Hey, what's that eerie sound?
Oh, we're not sure, but it's been echoing through our time turbine.
Channel, tunnel, channel. What? Channel.
Hey, wait a minute. It might be a clue about an amazing thing that happened in the United Kingdom while John Major was Prime Minister.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. The Channel Tunnel, or Channel, opened, linking Britain and France.
It runs under the English Channel, and trains run back and forth carrying people, cars, and trucks.
Right.
Yeah, you can leave London in the morning, have lunch in Paris, and be back in London by evening.
Oh, well, thanks, guys. Thanks for your help. Keep up the good work, all right? See you later. Okay. Whew. All right. Well, that was helpful. I don't visit those guys enough, you know? They do a really good job, though. All right, pilots, where in time is Dr. Beljar? 1974, 1984, or 1994? Remember the clues we just heard? Channel opens under English Channel, links Britain and France, and Prime Minister John Major. That guys, lock onto an answer there as soon as you can, because we've got to get back that loot. All right, Omar, what'd you say?
1984.
All right, Erica?
1984.
All right, David?
1984?
Actually, the correct answer is 1994. It's a tough one, though. You know, people have dreamed of the tunnel for centuries. Its completion was but it may never get back to the John Bull. Okay, Squadron, we've got time, and that means an ultimate data boost. All right, guys, in an ultimate data boost, each correct answer is worth 10 power points. If you're right, you get 10 power points, but if you're wrong, you'll lose 10. All right, guys, the channel connects England and France. So I'll give you a name. You're buzz in and tell me whether I've named a part of England, a part of France, or a character on Bill's 90210. All right, each correct answer gets you 10 points, remember, but if you're wrong, you lose 10. Yes. Yes, Erica.
Part of France.
Correct. It's the French capital. Coventry. Yes, Omar.
Part of England?
Correct. It's an English city. Brittany. Yes, Erica.
Part of England?
Actually, it's part of France, a region in the northwestern part of France. Valerie. Yes, Omar.
Character 90210?
Correct. Beverly Hills 90210, character played by Tiffany Amber Thiessen. All right, Verdun. Yes, David.
France?
Correct. Part of France. It's a French town. Isle of Wight. Yes, David.
England?
Correct. Part of England. A small island off of England's southern coast. Brandon. Yes, Erica.
Character 90210?
She knows her characters. All right, played, of course, by Jason Priestley. How about Leeds? Yes, David.
France?
Actually, it's part of England. All right, finally, Steve. Yes, Omar.
Character 90210?
Yes, I don't recall going to Steve. Played by Ian Ziering. All right, guys, that completes it. Nice round. Let's see how well we did. Omar has 165. Erica has 155 points. And David, 145, which means that Omar and Erica are moving on to the next phase of our mission. But David, buddy, you did a great job. We couldn't have gotten this without you, you know? It's right there because the chief wants to say a few words to express appreciation.
You did some great navigating, but sometimes that bionic bozo has all the luck. To assist you on future missions, I'm awarding you our Acme Time Net Mission Pack. You'll get a deluxe Britannica World Atlas, this official Carmen t-shirt, the Chrono Skimmer cap with you-know-whose picture in front, a Wearin' Time watch, and finally, this Carmen Sandiego CD-ROM library and board games. They're what top-notch time pilots pack for R&R breaks between missions. From the brass here at Acme Time Net Command, congratulations!
Thanks, Chief. Okay, Squadron, we've sent David back to TimeNet Command while we stay on board to complete our mission. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, Chief, we're ready.
Time pilots, the history of transportation is at stake. Get to the United Kingdom in 1994 and take the John Bull by the horns. Kevin, you're in command.
Aye, aye, Chief. Time pilots, full speed ahead to 1994. Look, Belger's got the John Bull in a cybersphere. Activate the Loot Tractor Beam.
You'll never catch the brilliant Belger!
All right, we've gotten back the John Bull and have it safely on board. Congratulations, guys. You've completed mission objective number 1. But now we've got to return the loot to the year 1831. Let's check in with the Chief to get our flight plan. Chief?
Time pilots, you must navigate the Chrono Skimmer through 8 events from the history of trains, starting at the most recent event and finishing at the least recent event. The time pilot who does that goes on to chase Carmen and Dr. Beljar along the trail of time. Here are the events on your flight plan. President Truman seizes control of U.S. railroads. The first all-air-conditioned train begins operation. MTV interviews President Bush on his campaign train. The John Bull locomotive arrives in the U.S. The first electric lights appear on a train. Bullet train service begins in Japan. Lincoln's body carried on funeral train. The Grateful Dead record the song Casey Jones. That's your briefing, time pilots. Good luck on your journey.
All right, Omar, you had the higher score. You have the choice of going first or second.
First.
You're going to go first. All right. I want you to navigate this chronoskimmer back through time from the most recent event to the least recent event, starting by picking the most recent event on the board. Begin.
MTV interviews Bush on train.
Correct. You've navigated us to 1992. Can you pick the next most recent event?
Grateful Dead record Casey Jones.
Correct. You've steered us to 1970. That was a ballad about the death of a famous train engineer. Can you pick the next most recent event?
Bullet train opens in Japan.
Yes, you've piloted us to 1964. Can you name the next most recent event?
First air-conditioned train.
Okay, gotta go to Erica. Start from the top.
MTV interviews Bush on train.
Correct, 1992. What's the next most recent event?
Grateful Dead record Casey Jones.
Correct, 1970.
Bullet train opens in Japan.
Yes, you've gotten us to 1964. What's the next most recent event?
John Bull arrives in U.S.
Hey, Omar, pick the most recent event on the board.
MTV interviews Bush on train.
Correct, 1992. What came next?
Grateful Dead record Casey Jones.
Yes, 1970. Followed by?
Bullet train opens in Japan.
Yes, 1964. Can you name the next most recent event?
Truman seizes U.S. railroads.
Yes, you've piloted us to 1946. That measure taken to end national strikes by engineers and trainmen. Can you name the next most recent event?
First air-conditioned train.
Yes, you've gotten us to 1931.
First electric lights on train.
Yes, you've piloted us to 1905. What came next?
Lincoln's funeral train.
Yes, 1865, followed by?
John Bull arrives in the U.S.
Correct, you've saved history, Omar! Congratulations, that's great. We'll move on in just a moment, okay? You, Erica, did a wonderful job. You should be proud of yourself. I am, okay? You're a great part of this squadron. And now, the Chief has a word about your next mission.
A squadron's only as good as each of its members, and you've been an outstanding time pilot today. That's why I'm awarding you this terrific TimeNet mission pack and this cool portable CD player. The stereo headphones will let you listen to top-secret mission profiles, and the rechargeable batteries will power you through any situation. You're a top-flight time pilot. Congratulations.
Omar, you did a great job. You returned the John Bull train to 1831. Feel pretty good?
Yeah.
All right, you should. Right now, Erica is piloting the chronoskimmer back to the present, but Beljar and Carmen are on the move again. It's your job to track them down, all right? So it's time for us to exit the chronoskimmer and head for the trail of time. Chief, is that a go?
I'm activating the transportal departure bay, Kevin. Get ready to leave the chronoskimmer.
We're ready, Chief. Look out, Carmen. We're on our way.
This mystery. Tell me where in time is Carmen San Diego. We're on the case and they're chasing us through history.
All right, Omar, we've made it to the trail of time. We've got to track Carmen through 6 time portals, moving from the past to the 20th century, and the engine crew will guide you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, Omar. Ready, set, go, Omar. Follow the engine crew to the first portal.
It's 1865. What do passengers do in a Pullman Railroad car? Sleep or watch movies?
Sleep.
Yes, good start, Omar. Right to the second portal.
It's 1905. Who's improving air brakes for trains? Casey Jones or Granville T. Woods?
Granville T. Woods.
Yes, 4 more to go. You've got 62 seconds left.
It's 1941. Which is a popular song in the U.S.? Locomotive Breath or Chattanooga Choo Choo?
Chattanooga Choo Choo.
All right, you've captured Dr. Beljar. Congratulations.
It's 1960. What travels around the world for the first time? A nuclear sub or hot air balloon?
Hot air balloon.
Pull the rope to open the gate, Omar. Pull the rope. Keep pulling. Harder, harder. Keep going, pal. All right, you got 2 more left with 28 seconds left.
It's 1970. Which television show features kids dancing? Soul Train or Club MTV?
Soul Train.
All right, 1 more to go, Omar.
It's 1994. With which country does the channel connect England, France, or Germany?
France.
Yes, you've made it through the trail of time, Omar. Congratulations. And you've energized the capture crystal. Now to capture Carmen, go ahead and touch it. Congratulations. All right, Omar. You captured Carmen Sandiego, you captured Dr. Belljar, and you returned the loot to its proper place in history. Feel pretty good?
Yeah.
All right. Right now, the Chief wants to tell you what you've won. Chief!
You've done everything we've asked of you today and earned an A1 mission rating. So, we're giving you a complete multimedia computer system featuring a 28.8 BPS fax modem, 850 meg EID hard drive, and lots of other great initials and numbers. You'll also get a year of Britannica Online, the ultimate interactive info source, plus the Britannica CD-ROM Encyclopedia, and the 32-volume encyclopedia set. Why, soon you'll be the most knowledgeable person in history. Time Pilot, I salute you.
Thanks, Chief. Omar, you did a great job, and you won the big computer. You happy?
Yeah.
All right, great. You did an excellent job. You made a wonderful Time Pilot, but right now we've got to send you back to the present. And remember, at Acme TimeNet, history is our job. The future is yours.
We're on the case and we're chasing her through history.
All historical information has been verified by Encyclopedia Britannica and was accurate as of the date this program was recorded. This program was produced by Corporation for Public Broadcasting. Viewers like you Today's mission is fueled by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. Viewers like you, the National Endowment for Children's Educational Television, and
Delta Airlines. Because learning about geography is a great way for kids to learn about each other, no matter where they hang their hats. Delta Airlines, on top of the world.
Rats! Those Acme creeps never get off my trail. They're always exchanging information about my whereabouts. But that's all about to change. Soon the history of correspondence will be altered forever. I think this theft calls for Medieval.
Fishes feather, ostrich hair. We're both so evil. What a pair.
I'm sending you through the time port to ancient Egypt around 1400 BC. There's something very special I want you to steal.
Back in time to make the theft, and when I'm done, there's nothing left.
Good. This info beam will give you all the details. Now get going.
Time Pilots. Medieval just stole something from the past. You've got 28 minutes to get it back, or history will change forever. Initiate chrono skimmer launch sequence. Boot up the chrono computer. Power up the engines. Extend the temporal sequencer. Now, get going.
We're on the case and we're chasing her through history. Chrono skimmer, engines hot, vile villains, evil plot. Our brave squadron leader will help us defeat her and bring back the loot to its rightful place in time. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego. Stop her crime and solve this mystery. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego.
Welcome aboard, everybody. I want you to hang on tight because we've got a very big mission, but very little time. So let's meet today's time pilots, starting with Mark Taylor. Go on out, Mark. Good to see you, buddy. All right, and Jeffrey Jong. Jeffrey, welcome to the squadron, pal. Good to see you. And Sam Bernberg. Sam, thanks for helping out on this mission. All right, time pilots, just so you know, we depend on fact fuel to power the chronoskimmer, and you guys will be generating that fuel with your answers, okay? So, each of you is equipped with 100 power points. Now, let's check in with the chronoskimmer engine crew. All right. You thought the Love Boat had a peppy crew. A lot of love on this ship, a lot of love. So let's begin our pursuit of Mediva. Chief, what's our mission profile?
Squadron, your time target is around 1400 BC. Destination, ancient Egypt. The Egyptian Empire was a big place, and the pharaohs needed a way to send and receive messages. Over a period of 500 years, they developed a system of messengers and relay stations throughout the empire. By 1400 BC, messages could even be sent to countries, or so history now. When Mediva swooped back in time and cut this communication system.
Thanks, Chief. Pilots, for 10 power points, what did Mediva steal? First postal system, the first telegraph system. Remember the clues we just heard? Originated ancient Egypt, allows messages to be delivered and received, and created by the pharaohs. All right, guys, lock onto an answer as soon as you can there, because time is of the essence. All right, Mark, what'd you say?
The first telegraph system.
All right, Jeffrey?
The first postal system.
All right, and Sam?
The first telegraph system.
Okay, quite a variety. Answer is first postal system. 10 points for Jeffrey. All right, guys, now we know what Mediva stole. Let's go get it back. And I'll tell you, if one of you today can retrieve that loot and capture Carmen Sandiego, you'll win a complete multimedia computer system, all right? So, let's go get it back. Engine room, let's warp to the time of the crime. Okay, pilots, we made it back in time to about 1400 BC, but... Wait, oh, that warp really drained our fact fuel. It's time to refuel with a data boost. All right, pilots, I'll name some items. Your job, buzz in and tell me whether the ancient Egyptians had that item or didn't have that item. If you're right, you get 5 power points. If you're wrong, you lose 5, okay? Remember, did they have it or they didn't have it? Toothbrush. Yes, Sam.
Didn't have it.
Correct. It was invented in China in 1490. Library. Yes, Jeffrey.
It did have it.
Say it again.
Did have it.
Did have it. Correct, they had it. Their great library of Alexandria was founded in 330 BC. All right, guys, wedding ring. Yes, Sam.
Didn't have it.
Actually, they had it. They did have it. Popcorn. Mark.
Did have it.
Say it again.
Did have it.
Did not have it is the answer, sorry. Popcorn is a Native American dish. And the chariot. Yes, Sam.
Had it.
Correct, they had it. All right, great job, though, time pods. We replenished our fact fuel. And just a reminder, all our fact fuel is verified by Encyclopedia Britannica. Now let's continue on our mission and get back the postal system. All right, wait a sec. Hey, the clue finder's locked on in some turbulence in the 1800s. Let's bring him on board, see if he can help us.
Everybody, it's me, Buffalo Bill, the rootinest, tootinest rider in the Pony Express.
Whoa, wait. Phew. Thought I smelled some horse sweat.
Hey, hold your tongue there, partner. My horses are mighty clean creatures. That's me you smell. Reckon I might be getting a little ripe.
Oh, God. Well, listen, hey, wait just a second. Just tell me again who you rode for?
Oh, the Pony Express, fastest way to send mail from Missouri to California. That's almost 2,000 miles, hombre. Usually takes 10 days, but we delivered an address by President Lincoln in under 8.
It's not bad.
Hey, we've got 80 riders, 400 horses, and 190 stations along the way. So I can't take all the credit, just most of it. Well, I'll better get.
Yeah, hey, wait, here, I have a gift for you. Why don't you take this bar of soap as my gift, all right?
Ooh, wow, look at that, everybody. Ooh, that's pretty. You know, my horses, they love a bar of soap. I'm going to give that to them.
Feel free to share it, okay?
All right.
Wow! Oh, gosh, Mally. Whoa! Guys, I know. Stench in here now. All right, pilots, where in time is Medieval? Tell me the decade. 1840s, 1850s, or 1860s? Remembering the clues we just heard? Rider Buffalo Bill, Pony Express was fastest way to communicate with the West Coast, and President Lincoln. All right, guys, lock onto an answer as soon as you can there, all right? Quickly. All right, Mark, what'd you say, buddy?
1840s.
Okay, Jeffrey?
1850s.
And Sam?
1840s.
All right, correct answer is 1860s. All right, so it's a tough one there, though. Well, pilots, we've gone from the human messengers of ancient Egypt to mail delivered by Pony Express. But the history of postal systems can only be saved by you. So, engine room, let's warp to the 1860s. All right, guys, through the 1860s, but it appears she's about to do some globe hopping in the mid-1800s. So for us, it's time for Global Pursuit. Grab your controls, watch the globe on your screen, and buzz in when you think you know the right answer. If you're right, you get 5 power points. If you're wrong, you lose 5. Remember, we're in the 1860s. Medieval dashed to the city where Christopher Sholes developed the typewriter. What do you say, guys? Yes, Sam.
Cleveland?
Actually, it's Milwaukee. Now she's in the nation, getting its first regular postal service between Tokyo and Osaka. Yes, Mark.
Japan.
Correct, Japan. She galloped to the state from which the first Pony Express riders are leaving. Yes, Sam.
Indiana?
Actually, it's Missouri. One of the... That's all right, Jeffrey. We'll let that one go. Missouri is one of the most famous riders was Buffalo Bill Cody, who was there. Then Medieval stuck around the country where the stamps go on sale. Yes, Jeffrey.
United Kingdom.
Correct, United Kingdom. She's in the western city where the overland mail service leaves by stagecoach. Yes, Mark.
San Francisco.
Yes, San Francisco. Very good, guys. Okay, let's see how well we did, all right? Mark has 105 power points, Jeffrey 120, and Sam 95. So it's very... Oh, no. Uh-oh, incoming missile alert. It's for impact. Oh, gosh. Oh, wow. Wow, that was close. Good things, you know, we're okay there. You have your airbags and all? They're intact. All right, guys, we were carrying... I think lots... Oh, God, whoa! And it's date 8th, 1959. Let's see what it said. Well, it's not wrong to read someone's mail. It's just a postcard, is it? All right, well, just for today, we'll act like. Okay, dear Aunt Kate, I'm sending this to you via missile mail. Nephew Jay. Oh, hope this doesn't land on your house. Well, it didn't land on my head. We'll let them know. All right. Well, you know what? Of course, missile mail. I forgot. The U.S. Post Office thought guided missiles would be a quick way to packages over long distances. And with the arms race going on, missile technology had gotten very, but not quite as accurate as your neighborhood postman. The Post Office tried a bunch of test launches, but missile mail never did quite catch on. Problem is, get this mail to his destination. Oh, wow! Hey, why didn't I think about it? It's the time-net postal pinata. You guys should have suggested that, I tell you. See? Put it up in there, stick it in, send it back. Ooh, pardon me. Tell me, where in time is Medieval? Name the president. Would be Hayes, Dwight D. Eisenhower, or Lyndon B. Johnson. Remember the clue we just heard and we're hit with? 1959, arms and missile mail. All right, guys, lock onto an answer as soon as you can, because time's of the essence in getting back that loot. Everybody in? Okay. Mark, what'd you say?
Dwight D. Eisenhower.
All right, Jeffrey?
Dwight D. Eisenhower.
And Sam?
Lyndon B. Johnson.
Okay, correct answer is Dwight D. Eisenhower. So 10 points for Mark and Jeffrey. So to get that loot back, we've got to warp to 1959.
Anybody feel like shooting the breeze?
All right, pilots, we made it to 1959, but Medieval just fried our fact fuel. It's time to refuel with a data boost. All right, time pilots, I'll name 2 famous people. Your job, buzz in and tell me whether they were born in the same year or 50 years apart. 5-0. If you're right, you get 5 power points. If you're wrong, you lose 5, okay? Remember, same year or 50 years apart. Hank Aaron and Norman Schwarzkopf. What do you say, guys? Okay, Mark.
50 years apart.
Actually, same year, 1934. How about Anne Frank and Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis? Yes, Sam.
50 years apart.
Actually, same year. Again, they were born in 1929. Mae West and Muhammad Ali. Come on, guys, what do you think? Yes, Sam.
Same year.
Actually, 50 years apart. Mae West and Muhammad Ali. Remember that fight? It was a good... Actually, no, that wasn't a fight. She was born in West, was born in 1892. He in 1942. How about Abraham Lincoln and Billy the Kid? Yes, Mark.
50 years apart.
Correct, 50 years apart. Lincoln in 1809, Billy in 1859. Finally, Jesse Owens and Gerald Ford. Yes, Mark.
Same year.
Same year, you said correct. Same year, 1913. All right, great job, Squadron. We've replenished our fact fuel. See how well we did. At this point, Mark has 120 power points, Jeffrey 130, and Sam 85. So, at this point, I'd say we're ready for time travel. The only question is really, where in time has Medieval taken the first... Wait a second. They're taking over...
Still looking for the postal system, pilots. Eye of newt and shell of snail. There's a great new way of sending mail. Camel's humps and hedgehog bristles. It's quicker than ponies and faster than missiles. One computer receives what another sends out. Electronic mail's what I'm talking about. Now, it's 1993 and email's gaining popularity. Even the president has an email address. Hundreds write him each day, more or less. I emailed Clinton and wished him well and asked him to send me his favorite spell.
All right, guys. You know, I think comfortable shoes may be the answer to her problems. What do you say? Think? Maybe something to make her happy. All right, guys, for 10 power points, what is the president's email address? president@whitehouse.gov, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, or www.whitewater.com. All right, remember the clues we just heard? 1993, President Clinton, and first U.S. president to have an email address. All right, guys, lock onto an answer as soon as you can. Got to get this underway. All right, Mark, what did you say?
President.whitehouse.government.
Okay, Jeffrey?
www.water.com.
Okay, Sam?
President@whitehouse.gov.
All right, correct answer is president@whitehouse.gov. 10 points for Mark and Sam. All right, guys, pilots, time's ticking away for the fate of postal history, and we can't let rain, sleet, or snow, or the gloom of Medieval stop us now, all right? Pilots, we've got to make one final leap forward in time, and that means an ultimate data boost. All right, guys, in an ultimate data boost, each correct answer is worth 10 power points. If you get it right, you get 10. If you get it wrong, you lose 10, all right? Let's see how far we're doing right now. At this point, Mark has 130 power points, Jeffrey 130 power points, and Sam 95 power points, all right? So Sam has a great opportunity to rack up those points to see who goes on to complete this mission, all right? Anything can happen. Guys, I'll give you a name. Your job, buzz in and tell me if I've named a state capital or a vice president. Each correct answer gets 10 power points, like I said, but if you're wrong, you lose. 10 points. All right, remember state capital or vice president. Here goes. Mondale. Yes, Sam.
Vice President.
Correct. Took office in 1977. Yes, Sam.
State capital.
Correct. Capital of New Jersey. Clinton.
Vice President.
Correct. Vice President George Clinton. Vice President under... Well, it's okay. You're a little happy. I understand that. A lot of love on this show, remember? George Clinton was vice president under both Thomas Jefferson. That was to that question there. Okay. Fairbanks. Yes, Sam.
State.
Actually, vice president. He was vice president under Teddy Roosevelt. Little Rock. Yes, Mark.
State capital.
Correct. Little Rock is the capital of Arkansas. Calhoun. Yes, Mark.
Vice President.
Correct. John Calhoun was vice president under both John Quincy Adams and Andrew Jackson. Columbus. Yes, Sam.
State.
Correct. Capital of Ohio. Dallas. Yes, Jeffrey.
State capital.
Actually, vice president George Dallas took office in 1845. Finally, Austin. Yes, Mark.
State capital.
Correct. Capital of Texas. All right, guys. Rough round. Let's see what happened. At this point, Mark has 160 power points, Jeffrey has 130, and Sam has 115, which means that Mark and Jeffrey are moving on to the next phase of our mission. But Sam, you should be proud of yourself because you did a wonderful job. You really did. And now, the chief has a few words to say to express our appreciation.
Catching medieval would-be poets, and I'm proud you never gave up the chase. As a reward for your accomplishments, I've requisitioned an Acme Time Net mission pack just for you. It includes a deluxe Botanica World Atlas, the official Carmen t-shirt, the Chrono Skimmer cap with Yu's picture in front, a wear-in-time watch, and finally, an Acme Time Net home gym, better known as the Carmen San Diego Sea Library and Board Games. Clues in case a time pilot in tip-top shape. Congratulations.
All right, Squadron. We have sent Sam back to TimeNet Command, but the history of communications is still at stake. Let's get to the White House 1993 and get back that postal system. Full speed ahead. Look, Medeva's got the first postal system in the cybersphere. Activate the reactor beam.
You haven't heard the last of me, Time.
All right, we've gotten back the first postal system and have it safely on board. So congratulations, guys. You've given #1. But Medeva gave us the slip again, but now we've got to return the loot to around 1400 BC. Let's check in with the chief to get our flight plan, all right? Chief?
Time pilots, you must navigate the Chrono Skimmer through 8 events from the history of postal systems, starting at the most recent event and finishing at the least recent. The time pilot who does that goes on to chase Carmen and Medeva along the trail of time. Here are the events on your flight plan. The world's first adhesive postage stamp is introduced. American colonists protest the Stamp Act. The Marvelettes, Please Mr. Postman, hits #1 on the pop charts. The first postal system in ancient Egypt. The Elvis Presley stamp is issued. The Pony Express begins mail delivery service. Hallmark brand greeting cards introduced. France's King Louis XI pioneers a national postal service. That's your briefing, time pilots. Good luck on your journey.
All right, Mark, you had the higher score. You have the choice of going first or second.
I'll go second.
Go second. All right, Jeffrey, in that case, I want you to navigate this Chrono Skimmer back through time from the most recent event to the least recent event, starting by picking the most recent event on the board. All right, you may begin.
Hallmark cards introduced.
All right, we're going to go back to Mark. Mark, pick the most recent event on the board.
First adhesive postage stamp.
All right. Jeff?
Elvis stamp issue.
Correct. You've gotten us to 1993. An estimated 20,000 Elvis fans converge on Memphis for the first day of the issue ceremony. Now pick the next most recent event on the board.
Hallmark cards introduced.
All right, Mark.
Elvis stamp issue.
Correct. 1993.
Please, Mr. Postman is number 1.
Correct. You've gotten us to 1961. Can you pick the next most recent event?
Hallmark cards introduced.
Yes, you've steered us to 1923. Joyce Hall started his first greeting card company in 1910 with money he had earned during high school. Pick the next most recent event.
Louis XI's National Mail Service.
All right, Jeffrey, back to you, picking the most recent event.
Elvis stamp issue.
Yes, 1993.
Please, me, Postman is number 1.
Correct, 1961.
Hallmark card introduced.
Yes, 1923. Can you pick the next most recent event?
Pony Express begins.
Yes, you've steered us to 1860. Can you pick the next most recent event?
First adhesive postage stamp.
Yes, 1840. Keep going.
Louis IX's National Mail Service.
All right, back to you, Mark.
Elvis stamp issued.
Correct, 1993.
Please, Mr. Postman is number 1.
Yes, 1961. Keep going.
Hallmark cards introduced.
Yes, 1923. Keep going.
Pony Express begins.
Correct, 1860. Very good.
First adhesive postage stamp.
Correct, 1840. Can you pick the next most recent event?
Colonist Protest Stamp Act.
Correct, 1765. Can you pick the next most recent event?
Louis XI's National Mail Service.
Yes, 1477.
Egyptian postal system.
Correct! You have saved history, Mark. Congratulations. All right, very good. I want you to stay there right for a moment. We're going to move on. And you, my friend, did wonderful. That was a tough round, you know? Jeffrey did a great job, and now the chief has a word about your next mission.
TimeNet is lucky to have pilots like you. In fact, we're promoting you to Airborne Control and Navigational Ensign, or ACNE. Hey, I didn't make up the nickname, but I am issuing you this terrific TimeNet mission pack and a state-of-the-art portable CD player. You'll need it on future missions to listen to secret orders, perform crucial auditory research, and to just really rock out. Great work, Time Pilot. I salute you.
All right, Mark. Starting today, you'll be known as the man who navigated us back to 1400 BC and returned the first postal system, instead of just being called Chuckles, which is normal, right? Is that your normal nickname? Oh, good. I'm glad you agree with me. All right now, Jeffrey is piloting the Chronoskimmer back to the present. Mark, Mediva, and Carmen are still out there, though, and still on the move, and you've got to chase them down, okay? So it's time for us to exit the Chronoskimmer and head for the Trail of Time. Chief, is that a go?
Kevin, I'm energizing the transportal sequencer. Get ready to depart the Chronoskimmer.
Okay, Chief, we're ready. Look out, Carmen, we're on our way.
Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego. Stop her crime and solve this mystery. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego. We're on the case and they're chasing us through history.
Hey, Mark, we've made it to the Trail of Time. You gotta track Carmen through 6 time portals by answering her questions. You ready?
Uh-huh.
All right, ready, set, go, Mark, go! Follow the engine crew to the first portal.
It's 1775. Who is the first Postmaster General? John Hancock or Benjamin Franklin?
Benjamin Franklin.
Yes, go on to the second portal, Mark.
It's 1860. Where does the Southern Overland Mail Company leave from? Louisville or St. Louis?
4 more to go. You've got 63 seconds left, Mark.
It's 1872. What's the first catalog for general goods? Montgomery Ward or LL Bean?
Montgomery Ward.
Yes, you've captured Mediva. Congratulations. Keep up the good work.
It's 1911. Where is the first regular airmail service established? England or Germany?
Germany.
Pull the rope to open the gate, Mark. Keep pulling, keep pulling. Almost there, pal. Keep pulling. Tug, tug, tug. Almost there. Yes. You've got 2 more to go. You've got 30 seconds left.
It's 1959. What post office experiment doesn't catch on? Missile mail or self-licking stamps?
Missile mail.
Yes, 1 more to go.
It's 1996. What actor makes his first appearance on a stamp? James Dean or Ronald Reagan?
James Dean.
Yes, you've made the Trail of Time, Mark. Congratulations. Now, you've energized the capture crystal. Pick it up and place it in the chronolock chamber. Go so we can capture Carmen Sandiego.
Congratulations. You've done everything in your mission. You've caught Carmen Sandiego, that's her name. You've caught Mediva, and you've placed the loot in its proper place and time. You feel happy?
Yeah.
Good, great, because now the Chief wants to show you what you've won. Chief.
You've done everything we've asked of you today and earned an A1 mission rating. So, we're giving you a complete multimedia computer system featuring a 28.8 BPS fax modem, 850 meg EID hard drive, and lots of other great initials and numbers. You'll also get a year of Britannica Online, the ultimate interactive info source. Plus, the Britannica CD-ROM Encyclopedia and the 32-volume encyclopedia set. Why, soon you'll be the most knowledgeable person in history. Time Pilot, I salute you.
Thanks, Chief. Hey, you had a rough mission, but you won the computer. How do you feel?
Good.
All right, great. You're a great time pilot, but now we've all got to go back to the present. Because remember, at Acme TimeNet, history is our job, but the future is yours.
We're on the case and we're chasing her through history.
Today's mission is fueled by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, viewers like you, the National Endowment for Children's Educational Television, and
Delta Airlines. Because learning about geography is a great way for kids to learn about our world, one piece at a time. Delta Airlines, you'll love the way we fly.
Drat! I may be the evil mastermind of a worldwide criminal empire, but it's not enough. I need more power. I know. Soon, one of the most powerful concepts in the world will belong to yours truly. I think this theft calls for barren wasteland.
At your command, oh evil one.
Listen, I'm sending you through the time port to ancient Greece around the year 430 BC. There's something very special I want you to steal.
I hope it's something that should never end up in the wrong hands.
You bet. This info beam will give you all the details. Now, get going.
Time Pilot. Barren Wasteland just stole something from the past. You've got 28 minutes to get it back, or history will change forever. Initiate Chrono Skimmer launch sequence. Boot up the Chrono computer. Power up the engines. Extend the temporal sequencer. Now, get going!
We're on the case and we're chasing her through history. Chrono Skimmer, engines hot, vile villains, evil plot. Our brave squadron leader will help us defeat her and bring back the loot to its rightful place in time. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego. Stop her crime and solve this mystery. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego. We're on the case and we're chasing her through history.
And here's the Time Pilot Squadron Leader, Kevin Shinnick.
Hey, welcome aboard, everybody. I want you to hang on tight because we've got a very big mission, but very little time. So let's meet today's Time Pilots, starting with Melanie Murphy. Come on, Melanie, nice to see you. And Adam Sturzala. Come on, Adam, nice to see you, buddy. All right. And Denny Tech. Come on, Denny, nice to have you in this mission. All right, we're having a good time already. Time Pilots, just so you know, we depend on fact fuel to power the Chrono Skimmer, and you guys will be generating that fuel with your answers. Now, each of you is equipped with 100 power points. Let's check in with the Chrono Skimmer engine crew. All right. They look ready and raring to go. So let's begin our pursuit of barren wasteland. Chief, what's our mission profile?
Squadron, your time target is around 430 BC. Destination, ancient Greece. For centuries, Greek philosophers had tried to explain what the universe was made of. Then, around 430 BC, a man named Democritus wrote about a new idea, that unbreakable building blocks, so tiny they can't be seen, fit together to make up all things. More than 2,000 years later, scientists finally confirmed that these building blocks do exist. Or so history told us, till now, when barren wasteland went back in time and bagged this big idea.
Thanks for the info, Chief. All right, pilots, for 10 power points, what idea did barren wasteland steal? The concept of the atom, the concept of the cell, or the concept of bacteria? All right, guys, lock on to an answer as soon as you can so we can get this mission underway. Everybody lock in there? Melanie, what did you say?
I chose the concept of the atom.
All right, Adam?
I chose the concept of the cell.
Okay, and Denny?
The concept of the cell.
All right, correct answer is the concept of the atom. 10 points for Melanie. And time pilots, we now know what barren wasteland stole. We want to get it back, don't we, guys? And I'll tell you, if one of you today can retrieve that loot and capture Carmen Sandiego, you'll win a complete multimedia computer system. So let's get underway and get it back. Engine room, let's warp to the time of the crime. All right, pilots, we made it back to around 430 BC. So far, wait a second. That last warp drained our fact fuel. We need a refuel with a data boost. All right, time pilots, I'll read you a statement about ancient Greeks. Your job, buzz in and tell me if that statement is true or false. If you're right, you get 5 power points. If you're wrong, you lose 5, okay? Remember, true or false. Here we go. Alexander the Great was a leader of ancient Greece. Going to Melanie.
True.
Yes, true. His empire stretches all the way from Greece to northern India. All right, how about the ancient Greeks had no music? Going to Adam.
False.
Yes, correct. How else could they have danced in all those toga parties? But Adam, a little of this? Good, okay. The ancient Greeks sacrificed fruits and vegetables to the gods. Again to Adam.
False.
Actually, that one was true. They were offered to the gods of fertility and vegetation. All right. Dogs were kept as pets during the time of ancient Greeks. Going to Melanie.
True.
Yes, it was true. Dogs lived with humans for over 12,000 years. Ancient Greek philosophers typed their manuscripts on papyrus. Going to Adam.
True.
Was false. Typewriters did not exist in ancient Greece. That was a trick question, though. Great job, Squadron. You've replenished our fact fuel. And just a reminder, verified by Encyclopedia. Now let's continue our mission and get back to around 430 BC. All right, wait a second. That's the clue finder. It's locked onto someone in the future. Let's bring him on board, see if...
It's so beautiful, so incredible, so perfect.
So confusing.
I'm Albert Einstein. On the fundamental theory, the fundamental equation of my special theory of relativity. E equals mc squared.
Well, that's good. I'd love to chat with you, Al, but, you know, math gives me hives.
This equation makes some incredible predictions, let me tell you. It's so startling, so important, so simple.
Simple?
Yeah, you heard me, but
Greek, which actually it's all Greek to me, really. So.
I could tell you the basic meaning behind that equation like that.
Well, I'd love to hear, but I really have got
Sit down.
All right.
M stands for mass. You got mass. I got mass. The kids in the funny yellow jackets got mass. Everything has mass. That's because every little atom that makes up every little thing has massive. But since c here stands for a huge number that represents the velocity of light, my theory predicts that a little bit of mass could be converted into a huge amount of energy. You know what energy is, right? Heat, light, power.
Wait. So the atoms in a fingernail might hold energy to light up a whole school?
Depending on the school and the fingernail.
Wow, wait, I can't believe it. I really understand theory. Relativity. What do you say? We celebrate. Strudels on me. Huh?
Actually, I have to go. I'm sorry.
No. Yes, I guess you just heard you won the 1921 Nobel Prize. You won't be
things as me.
Well, all right, pilots. Wow. Seeing him up here, what a treat. Squadron, tell me the U.S. president in the office in the time where Barren Wasteland is hiding. Is it Warren G. Harding, Ulysses S. Grant, or Franklin D. Roosevelt? All right, guys, lock onto an answer right now so we can get back that loot. What do you guys say? Everybody in? All right. Melanie, what did you say?
I chose Ulysses S. Grant.
All right, Adam?
I chose Franklin D. Roosevelt.
And Denny?
Franklin D. Roosevelt.
All right, the correct answer is Warren G. Harding. So, it was a tricky one, though, guys. Pilots, Einstein's thinking was so advanced that it might be ages before his theories are completely explored. But who knows what we'll have to think about if we don't save the concept of the atom. Engine room, let's warp to 1921. All right, we followed Barren Wasteland to the year 1921, but he's about to do some globe hopping in the 1920s. So it's time for Global Pursuit. All right, guys, grab your controls, watch the globe on your screen, and buzz in when you think you know the answer. If you're right, you get 5 power points. If you're wrong, you lose 5, all right? Remember, we're in the 1920s. Here we go. The barrens in the country where the first photographs of a nuclear reaction are made. All right, guys, what do you think? Time's of the essence. Going to Melanie. Wait till I call on you, but you said England, and you're correct. Very nice, Melanie. He's split to the country where astronomer Georges Lemaitre formulates the Big Bang Theory. Yes, going to Adam.
Belgium?
Yes, good guess. All right. The theory holds that the universe began in the explosion of a superatom. Now he's in the country where it's learned that the charges of the proton and electron cause atoms to behave like magnets. Going to Melanie.
Germany?
Yes, Germany it is. He's buzzing around the city where the world's first radio broadcasting station goes on the air. What do you guys say? Going again to Melanie.
Pittsburgh?
Yes, it is Pittsburgh. The first broadcast announced the election of President Harding, but only 5,000 people had receivers to hear it, so there you go. Finally, now he's crossing to the desert where the first fossilized dinosaur eggs known to science are found. What do you guys think? Going once again to Melanie.
Sahara?
Actually, it's the Gobi. All right, guys, now we're going to move on and see if we can complete this mission. Get back that loot. All right, wait a second. That's the engine room alert. Let's check in with the crew. Owen, do you have something on the clue finder?
Yes, Kevin, I've got a report coming in from the unknown explorer.
All right, that's very important information. So let's put it up on the view screen.
Okay, Kevin. I'm putting in the visual contact codes.
I see land, but the sky above is clouded with smoke and filled with cries of sorrow.
Yes, it's August 6, 1945. The U.S. just dropped the first atomic bomb used in war on the Japanese city of Hiroshima.
66,000 people were killed instantly, and over 2/3 of the buildings were destroyed or damaged.
Yes, President Truman hoped the bomb would ultimately save lives by bringing a quick end to the war. Unfortunately, that won't happen until after the U.S. drops another atomic bomb on the city of Nagasaki.
Such devastation I hoped never to see. I must move on to more peaceful waters.
All right. Thank you, Unknown Explorer. We're happy to have him aboard. All right, pilots, what war is the U.S. fighting? World War I, World War II, or the Korean War? Lock on to an answer as soon as you can. All right, Melanie, what did you say?
I chose World War II.
All right, Adam?
I chose World War II.
And Denny?
World War II.
All right, that's very good. Correct answer is World War II. Very nice, guys. 10 points for everybody. Pilots, as Democritus predicted the existence of the atom, so Einstein predicted tremendous energy contained within each atom. Now the fate of atomic history is in our hands. So let's warp to 1945.
Going somewhere time takes? I don't think so.
Pilots, we made it to 1945, but barren wasteland has zapped our fat fuel. It's time for data boost! All right, time pilots. I'll name a series of things. For each one, you have to buzz in and tell me whether in the 1945 thing existed or did not exist. If you're right, you get 5 power points. If you lose 5, okay? Remember, existed or did not exist. Here we go. Television. Yes. Melanie.
Existed?
Yes, invented in the 90s. Nuclear submarines. Going to Adam.
Didn't exist?
Did not, you said?
Did not exist.
Did not exist, correct. The first one was launched in 1954. Very good, Adam. Stereo records. Going.
Existed?
Actually, they did not exist in 1958, but good try. Pay telephone. Going to Melanie.
Did not exist?
Actually, they existed, believe it or not. The first payphone was installed in 1889. Jet planes. Going to Denny. Actually, they did exist. They were introduced in Germany in 1939. Several countries made limited use of jets during World War II. Great job. Replenished our fat fuel. And time travel from 1945. Very good, guys. Now, wait a second. Someone's breaking into our radio frequency. Watch the view screen.
Ah, the frustration. The U.S. and Soviet Union have so many atomic weapons. I figured nuclear war was inevitable. But now the arms race is slowing down. U.S. President Carter and Soviet leader Brezhnev signed the SALT Treaty, which limits their nuclear arsenals. It extends SALT 1, signed 7 years ago. SALT, by the way, stands for Strategic Arms Limitation Talks. Talks schmucks. I know what you're saying. But Baron, even after SALT, both sides still have enough nuclear weapons to destroy each other many times over. They're trying to cheer me up.
All right, time pilots. You heard Barren Wasteland? Tell me the year where he's hiding with the concept of the atom. Is it 1979, 1985, or 1992? All right, guys, as soon as you can there. Melanie, what did you say?
1979.
All right, Adam?
I chose 1979.
All right, Denny?
1985.
1985. All right, correct answer is 99. 10 points for Melanie and Adam. You know, we've talked about nuclear weapons, pilots, but our peaceful use of the atom has brought amazing advances in medicine and other areas of science and technology. And now, the fate of atomic history is all up to you. All right, Squadron, we've got to make one final leap forward in time, and that means an ultimate boost. Pilots, in an ultimate data boost, each correct answer is worth 10 power points. So if you get it right, 10 power points. If you get it wrong, you lose 10. Okay? Here we go. I'll name a statement about atoms. Your job, buzz in and tell me if it's true or false. All right, here we go. The nucleus is the core of an atom. Going to Melanie.
True.
Yes, it is. A quark is smaller than an atom. Going to Adam.
False.
Actually, it's
true. Protons are named after the famous English physicist Alfred Lord Protonomus. Going to Melanie.
False.
Actually, that is false. There is no Alfred Lord Protonomus. That was a good call on your part. France exploded a nuclear device in 1995. What do you guys say? Going to Denny.
False.
Actually, true. Albert Einstein built bombs during World War II. Going to Adam.
False.
Yes, it is false. Atomizers are used to ignite nuclear bombs. Going to Melanie.
True.
Actually, it's false. Next, 50 million atoms of solid matter lined up in a row would measure roughly 1 foot. What do you guys say? Yes, Denny. It is false. Correct. Very good. The world's first nuclear reactor was built in a squash court. Anybody? Going to Adam.
False.
Actually, that's true. Finally, a sterile operating room has no atoms. Going to Melanie.
False.
That is false. Very good, guys. Nice round. Tough round. Nice round. Let's see how well we did. Melanie has 170 power points. Adam has 115, and Denny has 100. Which means that Melanie and Adam are moving on to the next phase of our mission. But Denny, you did a very good job. Give me 5. All right. And right now, the chief wants to say a few words to express our appreciation.
Criminal schmiminal. Don't let barren wasteland get you down. You did outstanding work today. So, we'd like to reward you with our Acme TimeNet Mission Pack. It includes a deluxe Britannica World Atlas, this official Carmen t-shirt, the Chrono Skimmer cap with you-know-who's picture in front, a Wearing Time watch, plus the Carmen San Diego CD-ROM library and board games. You'll match wits against the crime queen herself through countless cases and thousands of clues. From Acme TimeNet Command, we salute you!
Thanks, Chief. Squadron, we've sent Denny back to TimeNet Command while we stay on board here and complete this mission. You guys ready?
Yes, sir. You bet.
All right, Chief, we're ready.
Time pilots, the history of science is at stake. Get to 1979 and grasp the concept of the atom. Kevin, you're in command.
All right, Chief. Time pilots, full speed ahead to 1979. Look, Baron's got the concept of the atom in his cybersphere. Activate the loot tractor beam.
We'll meet again, Time Tots, and sooner than you think.
All right, we've gotten back the concept of the atom and have it safely on board. Congratulations, guys. You've completed mission objective number 1. But before we continue chasing barren wasteland, we've got to return the loot to around the year 430 BC. So let's check in with the Chief to get our flight plan. Chief?
Time pilots, you must navigate the Chrono Skimmer through 8 events from the history of science, starting at the most recent event and finishing at the least recent event. The time pilot who does that goes on to chase Carmen and barren wasteland along the trail of time. Here are the events on your flight plan. The Manhattan Project is established to develop an atomic bomb. The electron is discovered. First splitting of the atom by a particle accelerator. Democritus conceives of the concept of the atom. China explodes its first atomic device. Marie Curie wins her first Nobel Prize. The Chernobyl nuclear power plant explodes in the Soviet Union. The first commercial microwave oven is introduced. That's your briefing, time pilots. Good luck on your journey.
All right, Melanie, you had the higher score. You have the choice of going first or second.
I'll go second.
All right, in that case, Adam, I want you to navigate this Chrono Skimmer back through time from the most recent event to the least recent event, starting by picking the most recent event on the board. You may begin.
The Chernobyl nuclear disaster.
Correct, 1986.
Marie Curie's first Nobel Prize.
Back to you, Melanie.
The Chernobyl nuclear disaster.
Correct, 1986.
China's first atomic explosion.
Yes, you've skipped 1964. Keep going.
The Manhattan Project established.
All right, back to Adam.
The Chernobyl nuclear disaster.
Correct, 1986.
China's first atomic explosion.
Correct, 1964.
The first microwave oven.
Yes, 1947. Keep going.
Manhattan project established.
Yes, 1942.
The first splitting of the atom.
Yes, you've steered us to 1932. Keep going.
Mary Curie's first Nobel Prize.
Correct, 1903. Keep going.
The electron is discovered.
Yes, 1897.
And Democritus conceives the atom.
Yes, Adam, you've saved history. Congratulations, pal. You did very well, and so did you, Melanie. That's very good. Sort of good squadron. And we had a lot of fun, and you did a wonderful job helping us get there. You know that? But we're not done yet, guys. You and I are going to move on in just a minute, Adam. But Melanie, the chief has another mission for you, and she's here to tell you about it now.
You've done some top-notch navigation today, and you always need to be ready for future missions. So, we're equipping you with a complete time-net mission pack and terrific portable CD player featuring a polycarbonate, a mash 1-bit DA conversion system, 24-track random access programming, plus it's mighty smooth and pretty. Job well done, Time Pilot.
All right, Adam, you navigated us back to around 430 BC and returned the concept of the atom. Meanwhile, Melanie is piloting the chronoskimmer back to the present. But Adam, both Carmen and Baron Wasteland are still out there. We can't let that happen. We've got to go get them. It's time for us to exit the chronoskimmer and head for the Trail of Time. Is that a go?
Kevin, I'm initiating the transportal exit sequence. Prepare to leave the chronoskimmer.
We're ready, Chief. Look out, Carmen. We're on our way.
We're on the case and we're chasing her through history. Chronoskimmer, engines hot, vile villains, evil plot. Our river leader will help us defeat her and bring back the loot to its rightful place in time. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego. Stop her crime and solve this mystery. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego. We're on the case and they're chasing us through history.
Hey, Adam, we've made it to the time. You gotta track Carmen through 6 time portals by answering her questions. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right. Ready, set, go, Adam. Go follow the engine crew to the first portal.
It's the year 1895. What medical tool is discovered in Germany? Anesthesia or the X-ray?
The X-ray.
All right, Adam, go on to the second portal following the engine crew.
It's 1905. What does M stand for in E equals MC squared? Mass or molecule?
Mass.
Yes, you've got 4 more to go. You've got 59 seconds.
It's 1912. What new device measures radiation? Geiger counter or oscilloscope?
Oscilloscope.
All right, crank the crank to open the gate. Keep cranking, keep cranking. You're almost there, buddy. Keep going, keep going. Almost there. Yes! Go ahead. Hey, you've captured Barry Wasteland. Congratulations.
It's the year 1938. What does fission do to a nucleus? Splits it in 2 or enlarges it?
Splits it in 2.
Yes! You've got 2 more to go. You've got 25 seconds.
It's 1945. Which president orders the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima? Roosevelt or Truman?
Roosevelt.
All right, crank the crank to open the gate. Attaboy, keep cranking, keep cranking. Go, Adam, go. Almost up there. Keep going, keep going. Yes, you've got 1 more to go.
It's the year 1986. Where is there a huge nuclear accident?
Oh, we've run out of time. Adam and Carmen has escaped. But you did capture Barren Wasteland. That's tough to do, and you did it, my friend. And you returned the loot to its proper place and time. You should be proud of yourself. We are. And right now, the Chief's got something to say. Chief!
Time travel is not for the faint of heart. And you showed great courage and skill chasing Carmen today. To reward your fine work, you'll receive a full 32-volume set of Encyclopedia Britannica, It's the perfect tool to brief yourself on any future mission. Plus, this CD radio dual cassette system will let you listen to great tunes while you do it. Congratulations! You're now a head navigator.
Thanks, Chief. Adam, you had a tough mission, but you did great, my friend. We're proud of you. But right now, we've all got to head back to the present. And remember, at Acme TimeNet, history is our job. The future is yours.
We're on the case and we're chasing her through history.
You'll love the way we fly.
Drat. People really enjoy eating. I hate it when people enjoy anything. If only I could make all food taste totally blah. I know. Soon the whole world will turn into the land of bland, thanks to me. For this job, I simply must have Dr. Belljar.
Oh, how unpleasant to see you, Carmen.
Thanks. I'm sending you through the time port to China in the year 780. There's something very special I want you to steal.
Why, Carmen, you're whetting my appetite for evil.
Good. This info beam will give you all the details. Now, get going.
Time pilot. Dr. Belljar just stole something from the past. You've got 28 minutes to get it back, or history will change forever. Initiate chrono skimmer launch sequence. Boot up the chrono computer. Power up the engines. Extend the temporal sequencer. Now, get going.
We're on the case and we're chasing her through history. Chrono skimmer, engines hot, vile villains, evil plot. Our brave squadron leader will help us defeat her and bring back the loot to its rightful place in time. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego? Stop her crime and solve this mystery. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego? We're on the case and we're chasing her through history.
And here's the time pilot squadron leader, Kevin Shinnick.
Welcome aboard, everybody. I want you to hang on tight because we have a very big mission, but very little time. So let's meet today's time pilots, starting with Mike Samuels. Mike, welcome aboard, buddy. Good to see you. And Daniel Stacegold. Daniel, welcome aboard. And Melinda Albee. Nice to have you in the squadron, Melinda. Okay, time pilots, just so you know, we depend on fact fuel to power the chrono skimmer. And you'll be generating that fuel with your answers, okay? So, each of you is equipped with 100 power points. Let's check in with the chrono skimmer engine crew. Okay, moving and shaking. Since they're ready and raring to go, let's begin our pursuit of Dr. Belljar. Chief, what's our mission profile?
Squadron, your time target is the year 780. Destination, China. The Tang Dynasty there needed lots of money to run the government. So it took over trade in a spice that comes from evaporated seawater. The spice is an important preservative, and it makes bland food more tasty. By 780, the Tang monopoly on this spice supplied a big part of the government's budget. Or so history told us till now. when Dr. Belljar stepped back in time and spirited away the spice.
Thanks, Chief. Time pilots, for 10 power points, what did Dr. Belljar steal from China? Was it salt, pepper, or tea? Let's remember the clues we just heard. Controlled by government monopoly during Tang Dynasty, comes from seawater, and used as a preservative. All right. Mike, pal, what'd you say?
Salt.
All right, Daniel?
Salt.
And Melinda?
Salt.
Correct answer is salt. Way to go. 10 points for everybody. That's the way we like to start this off. And now we know what Dr. Belljar stole. If one of you today can retrieve that stolen loot and capture Carmen Sandiego, you'll win a complete multimedia computer system, all right? So, let's go get it back. Now let's warp to the time of the crime. Okay, we followed Dr. Belljar back to the year 780, but he's about to do some globe hopping in the 700s and the 800s. So, for us, it's time for Global Pursuit. Grab your controls, watch the globe on your screen, and buzz in when you think you know the right answer. If you're right, you get 5 power points, but if you're wrong, you lose 5, okay? Remember, we're in the 700s and the 800s, but we're calling places by their 20th century names. Ready? Belljar's in the valley where thousands die from eating fungus-infected rye bread. What do you say, guys? Yes, Melinda.
Rhine Valley?
Correct, Rhine Valley. Now he's on the island where spinach is being introduced by the Saracens. Yes, Daniel.
Crete.
Actually, it's Sicily. He skipped to a famine-stricken country ruled by Charlemagne. What do you say, guys? Time's of the essence. Yes, Mike.
France.
Correct, France. Then he zoomed to a place ruled by Emperor Charles the Fat. Yes, Melinda?
Italy.
Correct, Italy. Okay, Belljar's in the country where the Pope forbids Christian converts to eat horse flesh. Yes, Daniel?
Poland.
Actually, it's Germany. All right, guys, tough round, but let's see how we did. Mike has 115 power points, Daniel has 100, and Melinda has 120. But I'll tell you what, Belljar has skipped out of Germany right before we got here. So it... Wait a minute. Hey, that's a clue coming in from the trans-time signal monitor. Let's see who it is. Hey, it's Millennia, the world's oldest woman. Watch the view screen. Hi, Millie, how's it going?
I was just reminiscing about my old job back in the Middle Ages. I was a fishmonger. Oh, boy, did I love to mong fish. Problem was, sometimes my fish went bad. A rotten herring here, a rotten one there. Pretty soon you got, whew. Well, the Dutch made a breakthrough in large-scale fish preservation. They packed fresh herring in barrels filled with salt, then sealed them up, and that kept the fish from spoiling. Boy, now, there was an idea that changed how people ate. See, folks had herring to eat even when fresh wasn't available. Well, me, I still keep the odd rotten fish around for when my boring cousin Stanley comes to visit. That must be him now. Excuse me. That you, Stanley?
Thanks, Millennia. All right, time pilots. Where in time is Dr. Belljar? Is he in Holland in the 1300s, Russia in the 900s, or France in the 1700s? Let's remember the clues we just heard. Dutch, Middle Age, and improved preservation of fish in salt. Okay? Mike, what'd you say?
Holland in the 1300s.
All right, Daniel?
Holland in the 1300s.
And Melinda?
The 1300s.
Well, the correct answer is Holland in the 1300s. Very good. 10 points for everybody. Squadron, the Dutch made a fortune selling their salt-preserved herring, enough to spur growth of some cities. But that fortune will be lost. We get back the salt. Engine room, let's warp 1400s. Okay, pilots, we made it back to the 1300s, but it seems so... Oh, no. Uh-oh. All right, that last warp depleted our fact fuel. We need to fuel with a data boost. Time pilots, I'll name a historical development or invention. You're buzz in and tell me if it was introduced before 1300 or after 1300. If you're right, you get 5 power points, but if you're wrong, you lose 5. Okay? The zipper. Yes, Daniel.
After 1300.
Correct. Zippers weren't perfected until 1912. Birthday cakes with candles. Yes, Daniel.
Before 1300.
Correct again. First used in Germany in the 1200s. How about mayonnaise?
After 1300.
Correct again. Weapons. This time, Mike.
After 1300.
Actually, it was before 1300. The Chinese developed arrows propelled by black powder rockets by the 1200s. How about aspirin? Yeah.
After 1300.
Correct. First market in 1999. Good job, time pilots. You replenished our fact fuel. And just to remind everybody out there, our fact fuel is verified by Encyclopedia Britannica. Now let's continue on our mission and get back the stolen salt. Oh, hey, wait a second. Clue finders locked onto some time turbulence in the 1800s. Let's bring them on board and see if they can help us. Oh, hi. Who are you?
Oh, I'm a Civil War soldier. Mind if I sit down?
Oh, hey, sit down. Go ahead. Go ahead, take a load off.
I have had a day.
Really?
Oh, yes. Rifle fire, knives, bayonet attacks.
Wow, that sounds like an awful battle.
Who said anything about battle? I'm talking about lunch. Oh, you know, now and then we soldiers eat food preserved in tin cans. But boy, it's hard as the dickens to get into the darn near impossible. You gotta attack them just to get at the food.
Don't you have any can openers?
Oh, sure. I got all kinds of can openers. I got my rifle. I got my bayonet. Sometimes I even use my teeth, but I ain't too good. Hey, you know, soon I'm gonna try dynamite.
No, hey, all right, that's just a little ridiculous. How long have tin cans been around?
Oh, I'd say about 50 years.
All right, 50 years. You're telling me in all that time, nobody's invented a useful can opener? Now, don't do that. You're gonna leave a mark or something.
Right. No, I think. Wait a minute. Now, I did hear a Connecticut fellow who got a patent on a real funny-looking can opening tool.
Yeah?
Yeah, about a few years back, but didn't really catch on. No. Most of the time, people just use whatever they got, you know, whatever tools or they have around.
Incredible.
Well, I guess I better be getting back. I round up my regiment for a serious attack.
Yeah?
Yes. Dinner.
Ooh. Well, good luck. Hey. He's got a lovely voice, doesn't he? All right, time pilots. Where in time is Dr. Bell? Tell me the decade. 1820s, 1840s, or 1860s? Let's remember the clues we just heard. Decade of the American Civil War. Can opener was recently invented, but not yet popular. And food preserved in cans, like we just saw. All right, guys, lock onto an answer as soon as you can. Mike, what'd you say?
1860s.
All right, Daniel?
1840s.
Okay, Melinda?
1840s.
Okay, correct answer is 1860s. 10 points from Mike. All right, pilots. The can and can openers were milestones in food preservation. But supermarket aisles may be swimming in soup if you don't save history now. So let's warp to the 1860s.
Catch me if you can, time pilots.
Pilots, we've made it to the 1860s, but Dr. Belljar has zapped our fact fuel. It's time for another data boost. All right, I'll name a historical event. Your job, buzz in and tell me whether that event took place in the 1860s or the 1960s. If you're right, you get 5 power points, but if you're wrong, you lose 5. Remember, 1860s or 1960s. Average American consumes 100 pounds of beef per year. Yes, Daniel.
1960s?
Correct it is. Americans reached that level around 1960, right. Gulden's mustard introduced. Yes, Mike.
1960s?
Actually, 1862 is the answer. Perrier water first bottled and sold. Yes, Daniel.
1960s?
Actually, that is 1863. Learning something here. All right, first beverages in aluminum cans. Yes, Melinda.
1960s?
Correct, 1960, introduced by soft drink manufacturers. Finally, Tabasco sauce introduced. Yes, Mike?
1860s?
Say it again.
1860s?
One more time.
1860s.
Well, you're correct. I'm deaf, but you're correct. 1868 is the correct answer. Very good. You did a great job, and you've replenished our fact fuel. So far, we're doing wonderful, and now we're ready for time travel. All right, the question is, where in time is Dr. Belajar taking the stolen... You know, before... Wait a second. What's happening to the...
Still plodding along. Time to turtles. So sorry, I couldn't wait. The amazing Belajar has raced ahead to 1983. Salt isn't used much as a preservative these days, but people love the taste. In fact, they eat much more than their bodies need, which may cause health problems. So now there's a new salt substitute called Mrs. Dash. It blends herbs and spices into a healthy seasoning for food. Mrs. Dash is a big success, which gives me, Dr. Belajar, a brilliant idea. I will start my own empire of spice substitutes. Pretend pepper. Oregano. I can't believe it's not parsley.
Okay, time pilots. I don't know about salt, but I think you better lay off the caffeine, if you ask me. All right, time pilots, where in time is Dr. Belajar? Name the U.S. president. Is it Gerald Ford, Jimmy Carter, or Ronald Reagan? Remembering the clues we just heard, 1983. Mrs. Dash introduced, and concern about salt and health. Okay. Mike, what'd you say?
Jimmy Carter.
All right, Daniel?
Jimmy Carter.
All right, Melinda?
Ronald Reagan.
Actually, correct answer is Ronald Reagan. 10 points for Melinda. Very good. Pilots, we started this mission in the year 780, and now we hear about salt and health problems, which just goes to prove it. If you study something for 1,203 years, you know, you're bound to find something wrong with it, you know? So what are you going to do? All right, pilots, for the sake of Mrs. Dash, we've got to make one final leap forward in time, and that means an ultimate data boost. All right, guys, in an ultimate data boost, each correct answer is worth 10 power points. But if you're wrong, you lose 10 power points, all right? I'll read a statement about salt. Your job, buzz in and tell me if that statement is true or false. Nothing but bacteria can survive in the Dead Sea because its waters are so salty. Yes, Daniel?
True.
Correct, it is true. The scarcity of salt was a major contributing cause of the French Revolution. Yes, Daniel?
False.
Actually, it's true. The scarcity was due to a salt monopoly developed by French kings. All right, centuries of freshwater rainfall has removed all the salt from the Great Salt Lake. Yes, Daniel?
True.
Actually, it's false. By the word salary comes from the Latin word for salt. Daniel again?
False.
Actually, true. During the Roman Empire, soldiers were paid a salary to buy salt. A centuries-old Polish salt mine has chapels, sculptures, and chandeliers carved entirely from salt. Yes, Mike?
True.
It is true. The salt used on the French fries was developed in a top-secret laboratory. Yes, Daniel?
False.
That would be false, right. All right, animal hides are pickled in salt before being processed into leather. Yes, Melinda?
False.
Actually, it's true. I didn't know that, but it's true. Mixture of salt and water freezes at a lower temperature than water alone. Yes, Daniel? It is true. That's why rock salt is often used on icy roads and sidewalks. Okay? Finally, Congress recently learned that the Pentagon pays $8,000 each for shakers. Yes, Daniel?
True.
Actually, that's false. At least we hope it's false. We spent all that money. All right, and that does it, guys. Let's see how well we did. Mike has 140 power points. Daniel has 115 power points, and Melinda has 140 power points, which means Mike and Melinda are moving on to the next phase of our mission. But Daniel, you did a job, buddy. Really excellent job as a squadron. We're proud of you. And now the chief wants to say a few words to express our appreciation.
You did some great navigating in pursuit of Dr. Beljar, but some that bionic bozo has all the luck. To assist you on future missions, I'm awarding you our Acme Time Net mission pack. You'll get a deluxe Britannica World Atlas, this official Carmen t-shirt, the chrono cap with you-know-who's picture in front, a wear-in-time watch, and finally, this Carmen San Diego CD-ROM library and board game. They're what top-notch time pilot pack for R&R breaks between missions. From the brass here at AcmeNet Command, congratulations!
All right. Thank you, Chief. Squadron, we have sent Daniel back to Time to Command. And we're staying on here on mission, as if you're ready. You guys ready?
Yes.
Yeah? All right, Chief. We're ready.
Pilots, the history of food preservation is at stake. Get to the United States in 1980 and preserve that salt. Kevin, you're in command.
Aye, aye, Chief. All right, time pilots, full speed ahead to 1983. Look, Beljar's got the stolen the cybersphere. Activate the Lucha beam.
You'll never catch the brilliant Beljar.
We've gotten back to Salt and have a safe. Congratulations, guys. You've completed mission objective #1. But Beljar to slip again. But now I've got to return the loot to the year 780. Let's check in with the Chief to get our flight plan, all right? Chief!
Time pilot, you must navigate the chrono skimmer through 8 events from the history of food preservation and salt, starting at the most recent event and finishing at the least recent event. The time pilot who does that goes on to chase Carmen and Dr. Beljar along the trail of time. Here are the events on your flight plan. The Dutch improved process for preserving herring in salt. Mahatma Gandhi defies the British salt tax. The British captured the salt supply of Washington's army. The Tang Dynasty's salt monopoly in China. Rappers Salt and Pepper climb the charts. Explorer Vasco da Gama brings spices back to Portugal. The Union Army destroys Confederate salt works. President Nixon signs the SALT I agreements with the Soviet Union. That's your briefing time, pilots. Good luck on your journey.
Thanks, Chief. All right, Squadron. Right now, normally, the person with the higher score gets to choose whether they want to go first or second, but you both have the same score. So, in the absence of that, we flipped a coin, and Mike won. Correct, Mike? So you have the choice of going first or second.
I'd like to go first.
First? All right, Mike, in that case, I want you to navigate this chrono skimmer back through time from the most recent event to the least recent event, starting by picking the most recent event on the board. You can begin.
Salt and Pepper climb the charts.
Correct. You've gotten us to 1993. Can you pick the next most recent event?
Nixon signed SALT I agreements.
Correct. You've gotten us to 1972. SALT, in this case, S-A-L-T, stands for Strategic Arms Limitation Talks. Can you name the next most recent event?
Confederate salt works destroyed.
Okay, you have to go to Melinda. Pick the most recent event on the board.
Salt and Pepper climb the charts.
Correct. 1993. Can you name the next most recent event?
Nixon signed SALT I agreement.
Yes, you've gotten us to 1972. Can you name the next most recent event?
Gandhi defies salt tax.
Yes, you've piloted us to 1930. The British colonial law forbade the unlicensed sale or production of salt in India. But can you name the next most recent event?
Washington's salt supply captured.
All right, going this back to Mike.
Salt and Pepper climb the charts.
Correct, 1993. What came next?
Nixon SALT I signs it. Nixon.
Correct, 1972. Which came next?
Gandhi defies salt tax.
Yes, 1930. Can you pick the next most recent event?
Confederate salt works destroyed.
Yes, you've navigated us to 1862. Can you name the next most recent event?
Washington salt supply captured.
You've piloted this ship to 1777. Can you name the next most recent event?
Da Gama brings Portugal spices.
Yes, you've gotten us to 1499. What came next?
Dutch improved salt herring.
Yes, the 1300s followed by what?
selling salt monopoly in China.
Correct. You've saved history, Mike. You've done it. Congratulations, buddy boy. We're going to move on in just a moment, okay? And you did a wonderful job, Melinda. We're happy to have you as a squadron. You did a great job. And now the chief has a word about your next mission.
A squadron's only as good as each of its members, and you've been an outstanding time pilot today. That's why I'm awarding you this terrific TimeNet mission pack and this cool portable CD player. The stereo headphones will let you listen to top-secret mission profiles, and the rechargeable batteries will power you through any situation. You're a top-flight time pilot. Congratulations.
All right, Mike, feeling pretty good?
Yep.
You should, because you've returned the salt to 780. That was our mission, and you completed it. And right now, Melinda is piloting the chronoskimmer back to the present, but Carmen and Dr. Beljar are still out there, and it's your job to chase them down, all right? So it's time for us to exit the chronoskimmer and head for the trail of time. Chief, set a go.
I'm activating the transportal departure bay, Kevin. Get ready to leave the chronoskimmer.
We're ready, Chief. Look out, Carmen, we're on our way.
In time, it's Carmen San Diego. Stop her crime and solve this mystery. Tell me where in time is Carmen San Diego. We're on the case and they're chasing us through history.
All right, Mike, we've made it to the trail of time. You gotta track Carmen through 6 time portals by answering her questions. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Ready, set, go, Mike, go! Follow the engine crew to the first portal.
It's around 1500 BC. What are the Babylonians eating? Potatoes or sausages?
Potatoes.
All right, crank the crank to open the gate. Go, Mike, go. Keep going faster, faster. You're almost there. That gate's going to open any moment. Almost to the top. All right, move on to the second portal following the engine crew.
It's 780 AD. Who has a monopoly on salt in China? Tang Dynasty or Ming Dynasty?
Tang.
All right, you've captured Dr. Beljar. Congratulations. Keep up the good work.
It's the year 1809. What method is a new type of food preservation? Curing or canning?
Canning.
All right, you're halfway there. You got 40 seconds left.
It's the year 1929. Who is now selling frozen foods? John Swanson or Clarence Birdseye?
Clarence Birdseye.
Yes! 2 more to go. You've got 26 seconds.
It's 1937. What is the first frozen food introduced in Britain? Asparagus or hamburger meat?
Hamburger meat.
All right, crank the crank to open the gate. The other way. There you go. Go, go, go. Keep it going, pal. You're almost there, Mike. It's almost to the top. Go, go, go. Gate's gonna open. All right, go. You've got 1 more.
It's the 1960s. What's the first freeze-dried coffee in the U.S.?
Oh, Mike, we've run out of time, pal, and Carmen has escaped again. But you did capture Dr. Beljar. That's tough to do, and you did a great job. And you returned the loot to its proper place and time. So right now, the Chief's got something she wants to tell you. Chief!
No time pilot ever worked harder than you did today. And in honor of your achievement, I'm issuing you a full 32-volume set of Encyclopedia Britannica. It's packed with articles, maps, and illustrations that will put all of history at your fingertips. Plus, you'll receive this stereo CD music system with radio and dual cassette recorder. Pilot, you're promoted to head navigator. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chief. Mike, you had a tough mission there, but you did a great job. You make an excellent time pilot. We're proud of you. But right now, we all have to go back to the present. And remember, at Acme TimeNet, history is our job.
The future is yours.
We're on the case and we're chasing her through history. Throttle open, thrusters on, chronoskimmer gets us gone. Pack extra socks and we'll all beat the clock from the Stone Age to Middle Age to Space Age and back. Tell me where in time is Carmen San Diego. Stop her crime and solve this mystery. Tell me where in time is Carmen San Diego. We're on the case and we're chasing her through history. Hero's middle, Lincoln's beard, New apple disappeared.
Operating 70 supermarkets in New York and Pennsylvania. PNC, your closest friend.
Today's mission is fueled by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, viewers like you, the National Endowment for Children's Educational Television, and
Delta Airlines. Because learning about geography is a great way for kids to learn about each other, no matter where they hang their hats. Delta Airlines, on top of the world.
Darn. Factories are constantly cranking out equipment that Acme TimeNet uses to catch my crops. I have an idea. Soon the history of factory work will be erased. I summon my faithful servant, Servile.
Thy humble knight stands before thee.
I'm sending you through the time port to Delaware in the 1780s. There's something I want you to steal.
I would steal the very moon were it your wish.
Maybe next season. This info beam will give you all the details. Now, get going.
Time pilots. Servile just stole something from the past. You've got 28 minutes to get it back, or history will change forever. Initiate chrono skimmer launch sequence. Boot up the chrono computer. Power up the engines. Extend the temporal sequencer. Now, get going.
We're on the case and we're chasing her through history. Chrono skimmer, engines hot, vile villains, evil plot. Our brave squadron leader will help us defeat her and bring back the loot to its rightful place in time. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego. Stop her crime and solve this mystery. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego. We're on the case and we're chasing her through history.
And here's the Time Pilot Squadron leader, Kevin Shinnick.
Welcome aboard, everybody. I want you to hang on tight because we've got a very big mission, but very little time. So let's meet today's time pilots, starting with Allie Miller. Come on, Allie. Nice to see you. And Dash Kellner. Dash, welcome to the squadron, buddy. And Ian McGollum. Ian, nice to have you on this mission, pal. All right, time pilots, just so you know, we depend on fact fuel to power the chrono skimmer, and you guys will be generating that fuel with your answers, all right? So each of you is equipped with 100 power points. Let's check in with the chrono skimmer engine crew, shall we? All right, never leave home without them. And since they're ready and raring to go, let's begin our pursuit of Servile. Chief, what's our mission profile?
Squadron, your time target is the mid-1780s. Destination, Delaware. Until this time, grinding grain to make flour required about 5 people and several separate machines. But then a man designed a way to connect the machinery, allowing him to grind grain faster, cheaper, and with fewer people. What he created was the first continuous production line, an idea that eventually sped and simplified factory work everywhere. Or so history tells, when Servile went back in time and copied the creation.
Thanks for the facts, Chief. All right, power points. What did Servile steal? Was it Henry Ford's assembly line, the conveyor belt, or Oliver Evans' mill? Remembering the clues we just heard? Delaware in the mid-1780s, automated process for grinding grain, and the first continuous production line. All right, guys, lock onto an answer as soon as you can there. Allie, what'd you say?
Oliver Evans Mill.
Okay, Dash.
The conveyor belt.
And Ian?
Oliver Evans Mill.
All right, correct answer is Oliver Evans Mill. 10 points for Allie and Ian. Very nice, guys, as we like to see. And now that we know what Servile stole, we want to get it back, right? But I'll tell you, if one of you today can retrieve that loot and capture Carmen Sandiego, you will win a complete multimedia system. So let's get it, all right? Engine room, let's warp to the time of crime. Okay, time pilots, we made it back to the mid-70s. So far, so good. Oh, see, I spoke too soon. That last warp used up all our fact fuel, so we need to refuel with a data boost. All right, time pilots, I'll give you a name. Your job, buzz in and tell me if I've named a real person or a fictional character. If you're right, you get 5 power points. If you're wrong, you lose 5. Real person or fictional character. Oliver North. Going to Ian.
Real.
Correct. Real person. Lieutenant Colonel North was involved in the Iran-Contra scandal during President Reagan's administration. Oliver Hardy. What do you say, guys? Time's of the essence. Going to Dash.
Real person.
Correct. One half of the classic comedy team, Laurel and Hardy. Very good. Twist. Going to Allie.
Fictional.
Correct. Hero of Charles of the same name. Oliver Cromwell. Going again to Allie.
Real.
Yes, real is right. English politician who ordered the execution of the king in 1649 and led the country as the head of parliament. Finally, olive oil. Going again, Allie?
Fictional.
Yes. She was a friend. Great job, guys. We've replenished our fact fuel. And just a reminder, all our fact fuel is verified by Encyclopedia Britannica. Now let's continue our mission and get back to Evans Mill, shall we? Wait a second. That's the clue finder. It's locked on to a report from the TimeNet Street Entertainers. Watch the view screen.
Hey, time pilots! It's 1913, and Sir Oliver Evans Mill to Highland Park, Michigan.
It's where a car maker is implementing assembly line production to build his Model T cars. Parts move on. Performs a single task on the way.
Produced, and this assembly method will realize manufacturing around the world.
Okay, guys, I don't know if they're entertaining, but they give us clues, right? So we like them. All right, time to know Servile is in 1913. Name the car maker who made history that year. What? Lee Iacocca or Louis Lay? Remember the clues we just heard? Highland Park, Michigan, revolutionary assembly line production, and builder of the Model T. Allie, what'd you say?
Henry Ford.
All right, Dash.
Henry Ford.
And Ian?
Henry Ford.
You know what? Correct answer is Henry Ford. Very nice, guys. That's what we like to see. Pilots, Ford's assembly line revolutionized auto production, while the Model T itself revolutionized transportation for the common man. But that may all change if we don't get back Evans's mill. So engine room, let's warp to 1913. All right, pilots, we followed Servile to the year 1913,
but he's about to do some globe hopping in the decade between the 1910 and 1920. So, it's time for Global Pursuit. Grab your controls, watch the globe on your screen, and buzz in when you think you know the right answer. If you're right, you get 5 power points, and if you're wrong, you lose 5, okay? Remember, we're in the decade between 1910 and 1920. Here we go. Survival's looming in a city where a fire at the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory leads to a reform of sweatshop conditions. What do you guys say? Yes, Allie.
New York.
Correct, New York. He went to the country where work has been completed on a canal connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Going again to Allie.
Panama.
Correct. Survival struck to a city where radical labor leader Joe Hill is on trial for murdering a shopkeeper. Going again to Allie.
Salt Lake City.
Yes. Although the evidence against him is shaky, Hill is executed and becomes a legend in American labor movement. Now he's in the country where Henry Ford builds a car factory in his ancestral town of Cork. Going to Ian.
Ireland.
Yes, it's Ireland. Very good. He's weaving around in the state where 20,000 textile workers stage a 2-month strike for better wages. Going again to Ian.
Massachusetts.
Yes, Massachusetts. Very nice round, guys. Well, time pilots, Survival skipped out of Massachusetts right before we got there. We gotta keep... Wait a sec. Hey, that's the clue finder again. It's a lucky day here. It's locked onto someone in the future. Let's bring him on board, see if he can help us, all right? Hey. Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
I'm on strike.
Strike? Well, shouldn't you be outside, you know, marching around up and down with a sign or something?
Nope.
What, you're not just gonna sit there all day and do nothing, are you?
Yep.
Well, how are we supposed to get any work done with you sitting on the floor like that? Come on, pal.
Exactly. That's the whole point of a sit-down strike. More than 1,500 union members are sitting down at the General Motors plant in Flint, Michigan. When we're sitting down, the managers can't move in non-union workers, and production stops.
Well, so why strike?
Making car bodies is tough work. The pay stinks, the hours are long, and the bosses refuse to talk to the union about making changes.
Funny. I know some workers at Time Net Command who feel the same way.
And the depression ain't helping us neither. I just hope President Roosevelt's New Deal brings some relief.
Yeah, well, sitting like that must make your legs stiff, huh?
Yeah, you better believe it, brother.
Yeah, well, next time, why don't you stage a get-down strike?
A get-down strike?
Yeah, it's like a sit-down strike, only every now and then you get down.
You got a screw loose or something, buddy? I'm gonna strike somewhere else. You're a piece of work.
All right, guys, see? I thought that worked. Thought I'd get rid of him. And besides, I just like dancing. How about you? All right, guys. Guys, what a fun show, huh? Pilots, tell me, where in time is Survival? 1914, 1937, or 1953? Remember the clues we just heard? Franklin D. Roosevelt is president during and Flint, Michigan's sit-down strike. Okay, now we are. Allie, what'd you say?
1937.
Okay, Dash?
1937.
And Ian?
1914.
Okay, correct answer is 1937. So 10 points for Allie and Dash. You know, pilots, although assembly lines did speed up production, progress for machinery didn't always mean progress for workers. But if we don't save history, those sit-down strikers may not have jobs at all. So, to 1937.
So much time, pilots.
Pilots, we're 1937. Survival zapped our factual. It's time for another data boost. All right, time pilots. I'll name a historical event. Your job, buzz in and tell me whether it took place in the 1730s or the 1930s. If you're right, you get 5 power points. If you're wrong, you lose 5. Average pay for a U.S. congressman is $8,660
$63 per year. Yes, going to Ian.
1930s.
Correct. 1933. Average pay for a hired farmhand is $206 per year. To Dash.
1730s.
Actually, 1933. It's a tough one. France forbids barbers to perform surgery. Yes, Ian.
1730s.
Yes, 1731. I hope so. Elsewhere continue to double as surgeons. I don't know if I want my barber cutting into me. Russia's Tsar, Peter II, dies of smallpox on his wedding day. Going to Allie.
1730s.
Correct, 1730. He was just 14 years old at the time. He did a lot before 14. U.S. unemployment passes 4 million. Going to Dash.
1930s.
Correct, 1930. All right, guys. Great job, Pat. Replenished our fuel. And now, happy to say, we're ready for time travel. All right. Wait a second. Oh, no.
Your people tiresome. So hear me, time knaves. What is forged of metal hath great merit, or hath it? Grips workers at a General Motors auto plant who believe robots would replace them. But alas, ill fortune befalls the shop when robots smash windows and each other instead of the cars. So, fear not, ye toiling masses. Thou shalt not join the swollen ranks of unemployed during President Reagan's rule. My metal brothers hath disgraced me, and this car maker hath had a change of heart.
All right, guys, you heard Servile. Let's use that information against him. Tell me the decade. Is it 1950s, 1960s, or the 1980s? Remembering the clues we just heard? Reagan is president, unemployment is very high, and robots malfunction on auto assembly lines. All right, guys, those are the clues. Very nice, already in. Allie, what'd you say?
1980s.
All right, Dash?
1980s.
And Ian?
1980s.
Correct answer is 1980s. Very nice, Squadron. And you know, production lines have progressed from the time of Evans Mill to a point where robots are replacing humans. But no robot can save history now. It's all up to you and me, guys. Just us. Isn't that nice? All right, pilots. In that case, we have to make one final leap forward in time, and that means an ultimate data boost. In an ultimate data boost, pilots, each correct answer is worth 10 power points. But if you're wrong, you lose 10 power points, okay? I'll make a statement about factories. Your job, buzz in and tell me whether it is a true or false statement. True or false? Here goes. English novelist Charles Dickens worked in a factory as a child. Going to Allie.
True.
Correct. Henry Ford named the Model T Ford for his son Timothy. Going to Dash.
False.
Correct, it is false. Ford named each new model car he designed after a letter of the alphabet. Hostess Twinkies are made by factory machinery. Yes, Ian.
True.
It is true, yes. Barbie dolls are made by factory machinery. Going to Allie.
True.
It is true. The author of the book Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was William Wonka. Going to Dash.
False.
Correct. Roald Dahl wrote the book. Willy Wonka was a character in it. In Pennsylvania in the early 1900s, boys began working full-time in the coal mines at about age 10. Going to Allie.
True.
Yes, it is true. The ship Titanic was assembled in a factory. Yes, Dash?
False.
It is false. The Titanic was assembled in a shipyard in Belfast, Ireland. Polish President Lech Walesa started out as a factory worker. Going to Allie.
True.
It is true, yes. He was an electrician in a shipyard in Gdansk. Finally, there's an island in Canada called Moose Factory Island. Going to Ian.
False.
Actually, it's true, believe it or not. All right, guys, very nice round. Let's see how well we did. Allie has 215 power points. Dash has 165, and Ian has 155, which means that Allie and Dash are going to move on to the next phase of this mission. But Ian, nice job, pal. You did very well.
should be proud of yourself. And right now, the chief wants to say a few words to express our appreciation.
Jousting against Servile can be a time pilot's toughest test. Next time, you'll be ready for him with this Acme TimeNet mission pack. It includes a deluxe Britannica World Atlas, this official Carmen t-shirt, the Chrono Skimmer cap with you-know-whose picture in front, a wear-in-time watch, plus the box set of Carmen San Diego's greatest hits. They're known as her CD-ROM library and board games. They're crammed with crimes and clues to keep you sharp for your next flight. From Acme TimeNet Command, we salute you.
All right, Squadron. We've sent Ian back to TimeNet Command, but we're going to stay on board here and complete this mission. You guys ready? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, Chief, we're ready.
Time pilots, the history of industrialization is at stake. Get to the United States in the 1980s and take back Oliver Evans' mill. Kevin, you're in command.
Aye, aye, Chief. All right, time pilots, full speed ahead to the 1980s. Look, Servile's got the mill in a cybersphere. Activate the loot tractor beam.
I must exeunt, only to joust again.
We have gotten back the mill and have it safely on board. So congratulations, guys. You've completed mission objective number 1. Plus, now you're one step closer to winning that awesome multimedia computer system. But before we continue chasing Servile, we've got to return the loot to the mid-1780s. So let's check in with the Chief to get our flight plan. Chief?
Time pilots, you must navigate the Chrono Skimmer through 8 events from the history of industrialization, starting at the most recent event and finishing at the least recent event. The time pilot who does that goes on to chase Carmen and Servile along the trail of time. Here are the events on your flight plan. Robert Fulton develops the first commercially successful steamboat. The Coca-Cola Company is established in Georgia. Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates is born. Oliver Evans' mill has the first continuous production line. The industrial rock band 9 Inch Nails forms. Women work in factories during World War II. The first recorded strike in the U.S. that includes female employees. Henry Ford first uses assembly lines to build his Model T car. That's your briefing time, pilots. Good luck on your journey.
Okay, Allie, you have the higher score. You have the choice of going first or second.
First.
First. All right, in that case, Allie, I want you to navigate this Chrono Skimmer back through time from the most recent event to the least recent event, starting by picking the most recent event on the board. You may begin.
9 Inch Nails forms.
Yes, you've plotted a course to 1987. Can you pick the next most recent event?
Microsoft Bill Gates is born.
Yes, you've steered us to 1955. The billionaire computer wizard co-founded Microsoft in 1975. Keep going.
First strike by female employees.
Okay, go to Dash, picking the most recent event on the board.
9 Inch Nails forms.
Yes, 1987.
Microsoft Bill Gates is born.
Correct, 1955.
Women workers during World War II.
Yes, 1940s. Pick the next most recent event.
First strike by female employees.
Okay, back to Allie.
9 Inch Nails forms.
Yes, 1987.
Microsoft is born.
Correct, 1955.
Women workers during World War II.
Yes, 1940s.
Ford uses assembly line.
Correct, you've steered us to 1913. Keep going.
First strike by female employees.
All right, back to Dash.
9 Inch Nails forms.
Yes, 1987.
Bill Gates is born.
Correct, 1955.
Women workers during World War II.
Yes, 1940s.
Ford uses assembly line.
Yes, 1913.
Fulton develops steamboat.
Okay, remembering what we learned, Allie.
9 Inch Nails forms.
Correct, 1987.
Microsoft Bill Gates is born.
Yes, 1955.
Women workers during World War II.
Yes, 1940s.
Ford first uses assembly line.
Correct, 1913.
Coca-Cola Company is established.
Yes, 1892. Keep going.
First strike by female employees.
Correct, 1824. Both male and female weavers were protesting a cut in pay and an increase in work hours. Keep going.
Fulton developed steamboat.
Correct, 1807.
Oliver Evans Mill.
Yes, Allie, you have saved history. Very nice. Congratulations. That was very nice and bold of us. Wow. Hang on one moment, because we're going to move on, okay? To you, that was very, gosh, like that, you know? Tough job, but you did a wonderful job, all right? And right now, the chief has a word about your next mission.
You've done some great navigation today. So, we're promoting you to Special TimeNet Advanced Command, or SCANAC. Okay, the nickname needs some work, but you'll receive a complete TimeNet mission pack and this feature-packed portable CD player. Its compact size and rechargeable batteries let you take your tunes to all your favorite places and times. From the gang here at TimeNet Command, congratulations!
Okay, Allie, you navigated us back to the mid-1780s and returned Oliver Evans Mill. Right now, Dash is piloting the chronoskimmer back to the present, but Allie, Servile, and Carmen are still out there, and it's your job to track them down, okay? So it's time for us to exit the chronoskimmer and head for the trail of time. Chief, is that a go?
Kevin, I'm engaging the transportal oscillator. Prepare to depart the chronoskimmer.
We're ready, Chief. Look out, Carmen, we're on our way.
We're on the case and we're chasing her through history. Chronoskimmer, engines hot, vile villains, evil plot. Our brave squadron leader will help us defeat her and bring back the loot to its rightful place in time. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego. Stop her crime and solve this mystery. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego. We're on the case and they're chasing us through history.
All right, Allie, we've made it to the trail of time. You've got to track Carmen through 6 time portals by answering her questions. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Ready, set, go, Allie, go. Follow the engine crew to the first portal.
It's 1845. Where are women protesting mill conditions? Massachusetts or Arkansas?
Massachusetts.
All right, move on to the second portal following the engine crew.
It's the year 1919. Where is Henry Ford building a factory? Sweden or Ireland?
Ireland.
Yes, 4 more to go. You've got 58 seconds left.
It's 1936. Who mocked assembly lines in the film Modern Times? Laurel and Hardy or Charlie Chaplin?
Charlie Chaplin.
All right, you captured Servile. Congratulations. Keep up the good work.
It's 1937. Where do factory workers hold a sit-down strike? General Electric or General Motors?
General Motors.
All right, 2 more to go. You've got 30 seconds. Go, Allie.
It's 1978. Who sings about working-class struggles? Bruce Springsteen or Janis Joplin?
Janis Joplin.
All right, turn the crank to open the gate. Crank the crank. Ah, the girl. Keep going, keep going. It's almost there. Go faster. Almost there, Allie. All right, go. You got 1 more to go.
It's 1986. What malfunctions on auto assembly lines? Robots or transmissions?
Robots.
And Carmen has escaped us again, but you did capture Servile and you returned the loot to its proper place in history. You should be proud of yourself. Right now, the Chief has got something to say to you. Chief?
No time pilot ever worked harder than you did today. And in honor of your achievement, I'm issuing you a full 32-volume set of Encyclopedia Britannica. It's packed with articles, maps, and illustrations that will put all of history at your fingertips. Plus, you'll receive this stereo CD music system with radio and dual cassette recorder. Pilot, you're promoted to head navigator. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chief. Allie, you did a great job. You had a tough mission, but you did very well. You make a great time pilot, and we're proud of you. But right now, we've all got to go back to the present. And remember, at Acme TimeNet, history is our job. The future is yours.
We're on the case case and we're chasing her through history. Throttle open.
Today's mission is fueled by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, viewers like you, the National Endowment for Children's Educational Television, and
Delta Airlines. Because learning about geography is a great way for kids to learn about each other, no matter where they hang their hats. Delta Airlines, on top of the world.
I 25 minutes without an evil thought. Maybe I'm losing my edge. I better do something really bad. I know. After this job, no one will doubt my wickedness. For this heist, I'll need Mediva.
You beamed me here. I smell a crime. And now it's time to mess up my...
Yes, I'm time port to North America in the 1200s. There's something very special I want you to steal.
Donkeys chirping, birdies braying. I like it.
Good. This info beam will give you all the details. Now get going.
Time pilots. Mediva just stole something you've got. 28 minutes to get it back, or history will change forever. Initiate honor launch sequence. Boot up. Power in. Extend the temporal sequencer. Now, get going.
We're on the case, and we're chasing her through history. Chrono skimmer, engines hot, biovillains, evil plot, our brave squadron leader will help us defeat her and bring back the loot to its rightful place in time. Tell me where in time it's gone in San Diego. Stop her crime and solve this mystery. Tell me where in time gone in San Diego. We're on the and we're chasing her through history.
And here's the time pilot spotter, Kevin Shinnick.
Welcome aboard, everybody. I want you to hang on tight because we've got a very big mission, but very little time. So let's meet today's time pilots, starting with Hobo. Come on out, Carly. Welcome aboard. And Matt Hornick. And Matt, welcome to the squadron, buddy. And Aisha Pender. Aisha. Great to see you, Aisha. Hey, time pilots, just so you know, we depend on fact fuel to power the chrono skimmer, and you guys will be generating that fuel with your answers. So, each of you is equipped with 100 power points. Let's check in with the crew, shall we? All right. Crew would be longer than a 3-hour tour, I think. So let's begin our pursuit of Mediva. Chief, what's our mission profile?
Squadron, your time target is the 1200s. Destination, the southwest region of what's now the U.S. This was where a group of Native Americans settled after migrating from Canada. They spoke a tone language, which meant that sounds had different meanings depending on whether they were made high or low-pitched voice. Single words were thought to have creative powers. These people believed that if you repeat it 4 times, it would happen. Eventually, this tribe became the largest in the U.S., or that's what history told us till now, when Medieval went back in time and whisked away their words.
Thanks, Chief. All right, pilots. What did Medieval steal? The Iroquois language, the Hindi language, or the Navajo language? Remembering the clues we just heard, spoke Americans of the Southwest, tone language, and language of what became the largest tribe in the U.S. Lock onto an answer as soon as you can, so we can get this underway. Okay, Carly, what'd you say?
Navajo.
All right.
Navajo.
And Aisha?
Navajo.
You know what? Correct answer is Navajo language. Good. Guys, starting off on a great foot, and now looking for if one of you two can retrieve and capture Carmen Sandiego, you will win a complete multimedia computer system. So, let's go get it back, shall we? And let's warp to the time of the crime. Okay, pilots, we made it back in time to the 1200s, but so far, I can see... Wait a second. Oh, you know what? That last warp really depleted our fact fuel. That means it's time for us to refuel with a data boost. Time, pilots, when I name a fact about the Navajo, the first one to buzz in and correctly tell me if that fact is true or false gets 5 power points, but if you're wrong, you lose 5, okay? Remember, true or false. Navajos make up the largest Indian tribe in the U.S. today. Yes, Aisha?
True.
That answer would be true, yes. Navajo Indians and Union soldiers had horse races in the early days of the American Civil War. This time going to Carly.
False.
Actually, it's true. It is true. Pocahontas was a Navajo Indian. Going again to Carly.
False.
Correct, it is false. Pocahontas was a Powhatan Indian. Jesse James was killed in a battle with a Navajo Indian. This time going to, this time going to Matt.
False.
Correct, it was false. He was killed by one of his own gang members who wanted the reward money. All right, guys, the Apache and the Navajo Indians share the same ancestors. This time going to Matt.
True.
Correct, it is true. All right, guys, great job. You replenished our fact fuel. So, let's see how well we did. At this point, Carly has 110 power points, Matt 120, and Aisha has 115. Very good, guys. And just a reminder, all our fact fuel is verified by Encyclopedia Britannica. Now let's continue on our mission and get back the Navajo language, shall we? All right. Wait a second. Hey, that sound can only mean one thing. It's the elephant guy. Watch the view screen. What's up, elephant guy?
I just ran through 1868. It's a year when the U.S. government tried to stop the Navajos and other Native Americans from speaking their own languages. See, the president ordered that schools be built to educate Native American children. But these schools forced kids to give up their traditional ways because they said those ways were uncivilized. Kids couldn't even speak the language they grew up with because the government wanted everyone to speak only English. Well, I gotta run.
Wow. A high-pressure job, huh? Instead of a kick me, I think someone put a stampede me on his back, you know? So, well, you gotta do what you gotta do. All right, pilots, which president ordered the building of schools to educate Native American children? Lyndon Johnson, Andrew Johnson, or James Madison? Remember the clues we just heard at that top speed. Built schools for Native children, 1868, and wanted Native languages abolished. All right, guys, lock on to an answer as soon as you can there. All right, Carly, what'd you say?
Lyndon Johnson.
All right, Matt?
Lyndon Johnson.
And Aisha?
James Madison.
Okay, actually, the answer is Andrew Johnson. That's a tough one, though, guys. You know, the Navajo language was spoken in North America centuries before Europeans arrived. But now the U.S. government wants to wipe out. So let's continue our urgent mission room. Let's warp to 1868.
Anybody feel like shooting the breeze?
All right, guys, we made it to 1868, but Medivh just fried our fact fuel. It's time for another data boost. All right, time pilots, I'll give you an event. Your job, buzz in and tell me if it took place in the 1860s or 1960s. All right? If you're right, you get 5 power points, but if you're wrong again, you'll lose 5. Remember, 1860s or 1960s. General Custer's men massacre a Cheyenne Indian. Yes, Carly. Correct. Cheyenne Indian camp. 8 years later, Custer's 7th Cavalry were killed at Little Bighorn by Cheyenne and Sioux Indians. Next school to be completely run by Navajos is established. This time going to Aisha. Correct. 1960s. Very good. Be positive about that. Be happy because you were right. Native American activists occupy Alcatraz Island. This time going to Matt.
1860s?
Actually, it was 1960s. They did it to call attention to the mistreatment of Indians. The final treaty is signed between the U.S. and an Indian tribe. Yes, Aisha.
1860s?
Actually, that was 1860s, all right? In 1871, Congress refused to recognize individual tribes, so treaties were made. Finally, the Navajo reservation founded. Yes, this time Carly.
1860s?
Correct. 60s. Great job, time. Replenish fact fuel. It's always a tight call, you know? And of course, you know what that means? That means we're ready for time travel. All right. So, hey, wait a second. Hey! The clue finder's locked on to someone later in the 1900s. See if they can help us. Hi.
Horse, elk, lamb, owl.
Oh, you're a zookeeper. Hi, I didn't know you.
No, I'm Philip Johnston, and I was speaking in code. Horse is H, elk is E, lamb is LL, owl is O.
So that means you said H-E-L. Oh, hello! You said hello!
That's right. See, the U.S. fight in World War II, and it needs to send cannot be decoded by the enemy. Well, I'm on a reservation, and I'm one of the few whites to speak the language.
Well, that's great.
So I convinced the U.S. Marines to recruit Navajo code talkers. See, they take an English letter and convert it into an English word. So H becomes horse, elk becomes E. Then they or E becomes elk, I should say. Then they take the English word and translate that in Navajo. One code talker sends a message, another code talker receives it.
Yeah, that's great, but wait, I can hardly follow it in English. How am I going to follow it in Navajo?
Bingo! The Navajo code talker sent over 800 messages at the Battle of Iwo Jima. Not one by the Japanese. We couldn't have captured the island without them.
Wow, that's an incredible story.
Yeah, it sure is. Well, I better go. Oh, watch out for the bear ant, nut ant, nut ant.
Oh, B.A. Banana. Right, of course, B.A. That's the code for broken arm. All right, guys, you know, thanks for warning me. All righty, pilots, tell me the decade. The 1920s, the 1940s, or the 1970s? Remembering the clues we just heard? World War II, the island of Iwo Jima is captured, and Navajo code talkers use unbreakable code. And we're already buzzed in. Great. Carly, what'd you say?
1940s.
Okay, Matt?
1940s.
And Aisha?
1940s.
You guys are a smart group. Answer is 1940s. Very good. And pilots, you know, the Navajos weren't the only Native American code talkers used by the U.S. military. Choctaws helped in both World Wars, while Comanches were used in World War II. But we still have to save the Navajo language. So let's warp to the 1940s. All right, guys, we followed Medivh to the 1940s, but she's about to do some globe hopping, that tricky little. So, that means for us, it's time for Global Pursuit. Grab your controls, watch the globe on your screen, and buzz in when you think you know the right answer. If you're right, you get 5 power points. If you're wrong, you lose 5, okay? Here we go. Medivh went to the state which elects a Cherokee Indian to the House of Representatives. This time, Carly.
California?
Correct. She flew to the city where the Indian Claims Commission is established. Yes, Aisha.
Washington, D.C.?
Correct. The commission will help Indians sue the U.S. for treaty violations. Now, Medivh is in the city where the National Congress of American Indians is founded. Yes, Aisha.
Seattle?
Actually, it's Denver. Okay? She hopped to a state where Native Americans just secured the right to vote in the state elections after, yes, this time Matt.
New Mexico?
Correct. I was going to say after a long court battle. New Mexico was one of a number of states where Indians didn't have the right to vote before that. All right, she's in the state which just got 6. Yes, Aisha.
Oregon?
Actually, it's Alaska. Yeah, the question was going to be she's in the state which just got 6 new Indian reservations, and that was Alaska. All right, guys. Well, you did very well, but what I just found out is Medivh just skipped out of Alaska right before we got there. I'm not sure where in time she is. Hey, she's taking over.
Monkey's tongue and wombat's bone. To 1968, I've flown. Hidden well, because I'm no fool. Where Navajo people opened a school. Wing of bat and eye of vulture. They teach about Navajo language and culture. Some campus buildings have 8 sides, like Hogan homes where Navajos reside. But there's more taught here than traditional ways. From computer classes to writing plays. Right here in the desert of Arizona. Navajos earn a 2-year diploma.
Yeesh. She looks like one of those totem pole faces, doesn't she? I mean, in a good way. All right, pilots, what is Medivh talking about? The first tribally run community college, first high school in Arizona, or a Native American school on the internet? Remembering the clues we just heard, the year 1968, Navajo tribe opened a school and students get a 2-year diploma. All right, Carly, what did you say?
First tribally run community college.
All right, Matt?
First tribally run community college.
And Aisha?
First high school in Arizona.
All right, correct answer is first tribally run community college. So 10 points for Carly and Matt. All right, pilots. You know, the Navajo preserve their traditional language and culture, but there won't be a language to preserve if you don't save history now. All right, pilots, we've got to make one final leap forward in time, and that means an ultimate data boost. Pilot data boost, each correct answer is worth 10 power points. If you get it right, you get 10 power points. If you get it wrong, you'll lose 10, all right? Not everyone knows if our states take their names from Indian words. I'll name a state. Your job, buzz in and tell me yes if the state's name comes from an Indian word, or no if it doesn't. All right, like I said, each answer gets you 10 power points, but if you're wrong, you lose 10. Remember, yes, Indian name, or Rhode Island. Going to Aisha. Correct. Named by explorer Verrazzano, who thought it resembled the Italian island of Rhodes. That's that. How about Mississippi? Going this to Carly.
Yes.
Correct. From the word used by several tribes for a big river. Arizona. Going again to Aisha.
Yes.
Correct. From the Papago word for little spring. How about Louisiana? Going to Carly.
No.
Correct. Named for French King Louis XIV. How about New York? Yes, Aisha.
No.
Correct. Named the English Duke of York. Utah. This time, Carly.
Yes.
Yes, it is. From the Ute Indians. How about no? Yes, Aisha.
Yes.
Correct. Indians' names for themselves. Oklahoma. Going again to Aisha.
Yes.
Correct. From the Choctaw name for red men. Finally, Pennsylvania. Going this time to Carly.
No.
Correct. Name for Admiral Sir William Penn. All right, guys. Tough round. Let's see how well we did. Carly has 185 power points. Matt has 140. And Aisha has 170. Carly and Aisha are going to move on to the next phase of our mission. But Matt
What a game. You did great. Congratulations, Carl. Happy to have you in the squadron. And right now, the Chief wants to say a few words to express our appreciation.
Catching medieval would be poetic justice, and I'm proud you never gave up the chase. As a reward for your accomplishments, I've requisitioned an active time net mission pack just for you. It includes the World Atlas, this official Carmen t-shirt, the Crummer cap with you-know-who's picture in front, time watch, and finally, an Acme Time Net home gym, better known as the Carmen San Diego CD-ROM library and games. They're packed with clues in tip-top shape.
Okay, Squadron. We've sent Matt back to TimeNet Command while we stay on board here and complete this mission. You guys ready?
Yes.
All right, Chief, we're ready.
Time pilots, the history of communication is at stake. Get to Arizona in 1968 and grasp the Navajo language. Kevin, you're in command.
Aye, aye, Chief. Time pilots, full speed ahead to 1968. Look, Medeva's got the Navajo language in a cybersphere. Activate the loop tractor beam.
You haven't heard the last of me, Time Pilot.
We have gotten back the Navajo language and have it safely on board. Congratulations, guys. You've completed mission objective #1. But before we continue chasing Medeva, we've got to return the loot to the 1200s. So let's check in with the Chief to get our flight plan, okay? Chief!
Time pilots, you must navigate the Chrono Skimmer through 8 events from the history of Native Americans, starting at the most recent event and finishing at the least recent event. The time pilot who does that goes on to chase Carmen and Medeva along the trail of time. Here are the events on your flight plan. Pocahontas marries Virginia colonist widower John Rolfe. A Native American invents the potato chip. The Navajo language is introduced to the southwestern U.S. Native American activists occupy the island of Alcatraz. The French and Indian War begins. Then Nighthorse Campbell elected to the U.S. Senate. Christopher Columbus encounters the Taino people. Navajo code talkers aid allies in World War II. That's your briefing time, pilots. Good luck on your journey.
All right, Carly, you had the higher score. You have the choice of going first or second.
First.
All right, in that case, Carly, I want you to navigate this Chrono Skimmer back through time from the most recent event to the least recent event, starting by picking the most recent event on the board. You may begin.
Activists occupy Alcatraz.
All right, we're going to go to Aisha now. Same thing, Aisha. Pick the most recent event on the board.
World War II Navajo code talkers.
All right, back to Carly.
The potato chip is invented.
Okay, back to Aisha.
Navajo language in Southwest. Nighthorse Campbell elected.
Correct. You've navigated us to 1992. Senator Campbell, a Northern Cheyenne, was the first Native American elected to the U.S. Senate in 60 years. But can you pick the next most recent event?
World War II Navajo code talkers.
Okay, Aisha.
Nighthorse Campbell elected.
Correct. 1992. Can you pick the next most recent event?
Activists occupy Alcatraz.
Correct. You've got us plotted us to 1969. Can you name the next most recent event?
World War II Navajo code talkers.
Yes, you've steered us to 1942. Keep going.
The potato chip is invented.
Yes, you've plotted a course to 1853. Keep going.
Pocahontas.
Okay. Carly, we're going to go to you. From the top, picking the most recent event on the board.
Nighthorse Campbell elected.
Yes, 1992. Keep going.
World War II Navajo code talkers.
Okay,
Nighthorse Campbell elected.
yes, 1992.
Activists occupy Alcatraz.
Yes, 1969.
World War II Navajo code talkers.
Yes, 1942.
Pocahontas married John Rolfe.
All right, back to Carly.
Nighthorse Campbell elected.
Yes, 1992.
Activists occupy Alcatraz.
Very good, 1969.
World War II Navajo code talkers.
Yes, 1942.
Potato chip is invented.
Yes, you've gotten us to 1853. Can you pick the next most recent event?
French and Indian War begins.
You plotted a course to 1754. Keep going.
Pocahontas marries John Rolfe?
Yes, 1614. Story was later made into a popular Disney animated film. Keep going.
Columbus encounters Tiana people?
Correct, 1492. Keep going.
Navajo language in the Southwest.
Yes, you've saved history, Carly. Congratulations. Wonderful job. Now, hang on one second. We're going to move on in a moment. And Ayesha, wow. Batting that back and forth like a tennis match, you guys. You should be proud of yourself. You did excellent. And now the chief has a word about your next mission.
TimeNet is lucky to have pilots like you. In fact, we're promoting you to Airborne Control and Navigational Ensign, or ACNE. Hey, I didn't make up the nickname, but I am issuing you this terrific TimeNet mission pack and a state-of-the-art portable CD player. You'll need it on future missions to listen to secret orders, perform crucial auditory research, and to just really rock out. Great work, Time Pilot. I salute you.
Carly's thinking, I could be squadron leader. Well, you could, because you navigated us back to the 1200s and returned the Navajo language. But right now, Ayesha is piloting the chronoskimmer back to the present. But Carly, Mediva, and Carmen are still on the move, and you've got to chase them down, all right? So it's time for us to exit the chronoskimmer and head for the Trail of Time. Chief, is that a go?
Kevin, I'm energizing the transportal sequencer. Get ready to depart the chronoskimmer.
We're ready, Chief. Look out, Carmen, we're on our way.
We're on the case and we're chasing her through history. Chronoskimmer, engines hot, vile villains, evil plot. Our brave squadron leader will help us defeat her and bring back the loot to its rightful place in time. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego. Stop her crime and solve this mystery. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego. We're on the case and they're chasing us through history.
Hey, Carly, we've made it to the Trail of Time. We've got to track Carmen through 6 time portals by answering her questions. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, ready, set, go, Carly, go. Follow the engine crew to the first portal.
It's 1630. What are some Native Americans using as money? Gold bars or wampum?
Wampum.
Yes, go on to the second portal, Carly.
It's 1863. Who jails 8,000 Navajos on order from the government? Elliot Ness or Kit Carson?
Kit Carson.
Very good. You got 4 more to go. You've got 63 seconds.
It's 1875. What Sioux chief leads the Battle of Little Bighorn? Sitting Bull or Geronimo?
Sitting Bull.
Congratulations, you've captured Mediva. Keep going.
It's 1945. Navajo code talkers serve at what battle? Iwo Jima or Pearl Harbor?
Iwo Jima.
Yes, 2 more to go. You've got 35 seconds left.
It's 1968. Where's the first Navajo Community College? North Dakota or Arizona?
North Dakota.
All right, crank the crank to open the gate. Go, Carly. Keep it going. Keep it going. Almost there, Carly. Keep cranking. Yes, all right. 1 more to go.
It's 1970. Where do Native Americans stage a protest? Monticello or Alcatraz?
Alcatraz.
Yes, Carly, you've made it through the Trail of Time. Congratulations. And you've energized the capture crystal. Now take it, Carly, and place it in the chronolock chamber to capture Carmen Sandiego. All right, Carly, you completed all your missions. You captured Carmen Sandiego and Mediva, and you returned the loot to its proper place in time. Right now, the Chief wants to show you what you've won. Chief?
You've done everything we've asked of you today and earned an A1 mission rating. So, we're giving you a complete multimedia computer system featuring a 28.8 BPS fax modem, 850 meg EIDE hard drive, and lots of other great initials and numbers. You'll also get a year of Britannica Online, the ultimate interactive info source. Plus, the Britannica CD-ROM Encyclopedia, and the 32-volume encyclopedia set. Why, soon you'll be the most knowledgeable person in history. Time Pilot, I salute you.
Thanks, Chief. All right, Carl, you won the big computer. How do you feel?
Happy.
All right, good. Well, we're happy for you, and we're proud of you.
But right now, we've all got to go back to the present. Because at Acme TimeNet, history is our job. The future is yours.
We're on the case and we're chasing her through.
This better. Today's mission is fueled by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, viewers like you, the National Endowment for Children's Educational Television, and
Delta Airlines. Because learning about geography is a great way for kids to learn about each other, no matter where they hang their hats. Delta Airlines, on top of the world.
Those Acme Time pilots always seem cheerful. Maybe it's because their uniforms are so comfortable. Perhaps I can change that. I know. Soon the history of clothing will be changed forever. Thanks. Dr. Beljar, report.
Eureka, Carmen! I've perfected the bionic toenail!
Just file it, Beljar. I'm sending you through the time port to India in the year 800. There's something very special I want to steal.
Excellent! I can read my evil processor!
Good! The Sympho beam will give you all the details now going.
Time pilot. Dr. Beljar just stole something from the past. You've got 28 minutes to get it back, or history will change forever. Initiate Chrono Skimmer launch sequence. Boot up the Chrono computer. Power engines. In the temporal sequencer. Now, get going!
On the case and we're chasing her through history. Chrono Skimmer. Engines hot. Vile villains. Evil plot. Our brave super leader will help us meet her and bring back the loot to its rightful place in time. Tell me where in time is Carmen San Diego. Stop her crime and solve this. Tell me where in time is Carmen San Diego. We're on the case and we're chasing her through history.
Here's our squadron leader, Kevin Shinnick.
Good morning, everybody. I want you to hang on tight because we've got a very big mission, but very little time. So let's meet today's time pilot, starting with Michael Gimignani. Michael, come on, pal. Good to see you. And Jordi Velasquez. Jordi, welcome to the squadron, buddy. Good to see you. And Vinod Karup. Vinod, thanks for your help on this mission, pal. All right, time pilots, just so you know, we depend on fact fuel to power the Chrono Skimmer, and you guys generating that fuel with your answers, okay? Each of you is equipped with 100 power points. Check in with the Chrono Skimmer engine crew. Okay, look, ready to go. So let's begin our pursuit of Dr. Beljar. Chief, what's our mission profile?
Squadron, your time is the year 8 India. Before cloth, they must first be twisted together into thread. Now for centuries, feed this by hand, gathering the thread onto a stick called a spindle. But in India, they invent a machine that produced better thread faster by gathering the thread on a rotating spindle. This the first important step in automating the production of cloth. Or so, when Dr. Beljar went back in time and sped off with the speedier spindles.
Thanks, Chief. Time pilots for 10 PowerPoints. What did Dr. Beljar steal? Was it the spinning wheel, the sewing machine, or the rotisserie? Let's remember the clues we just heard. Used in India, year 800, gathers thread on a rotating spindle, and was the first important step in automating cloth production. All right, lock onto an answer as soon as you can there, guys. We have one, everybody choose one. All righty. Michael Powell, what'd you say?
The spinning wheel.
The spinning wheel. Jordy?
Spinning wheel.
Same thing. And Vinod?
Spinning wheel.
Correct answer is the spinning wheel. Very good. 10 points for everybody. Time pilots, we know what Dr. Beljar stole. If one of you can retrieve the stolen loot and capture Carmen Sandiego, you can win a complete multimedia computer system. So, let's go get it back, shall we? Engine room, let's warp to the time of the crime. Okay, pilots, we made it back to the time of the year 800. But so far, I think we're moving along and... Oh, no, wait. All right, that last warp depleted our fact fuel. We need to refuel with a data boost. Time pilots, I'll name a historical event. Your job, buzz in and tell me whether that event took place in the 800s or the 1800s, all right? If you're right, you get 5 PowerPoints. If you're wrong, you lose 5. Here we go. Buddhist monk introduces tea to Japan. Yes, Michael.
800s.
Correct, 805. Beethoven becomes totally deaf. Yes, Vinod.
1800s.
Correct, that happened around 1819, but he went on to compose his famous Ninth Symphony and other great works despite his deafness. Women's trousers called bloomers introduced. Yes, Jordy.
1800s.
Correct, 1850. Bloomers weren't revealing, but were still considered shocking at that time. Iceland settled by Norse people in the Viking Age. Yes, Vinod.
800.
Correct. Britain's Queen Victoria begins 63-year reign. Yes, Michael. Correct. 1837. Very good, time pilots. All right. We have replenished our fact fuel. And just a reminder, all our fact fuel is verified by Encyclopedia Britannica. Now let's continue our mission and get back the spinning wheel, all right? So now... Hey, the clue finder's locked onto some time turbulence somewhere in the future. I'll bring them on board and see if they can help us, all right?
You uncouth savages! You haven't heard the last of James Hargraves.
What's going on, Mr. Hargraves?
My neighbors just gutted my house and attacked my Jenny.
Oh, gosh, that's terrible. Will she be okay?
I'm afraid not. But I'll show them. I shall build another Jenny, perhaps 2.
Wait a minute, you're going to build another person?
Well, Jenny's not a person. It's the name I've given my yarns. The spinning Jenny. That's why my neighbors are so upset.
Wait, your neighbors destroyed your house because of some yarn?
Oh, yes, of course. You see, my machine produces yarn much faster than yarn spun by hand. My neighbors are hand spinners, and they're afraid that my machine will replace them. Why, they're almost as bad as those upstarts in the American colonies who are giving King George III such a terrible time.
So what are you going to do?
I'm off to Nottingham to build more Jennies and open a cotton mill of my own. But first, I must go back and rescue my Petunia from that unruly mob.
Is Petunia a name of one of your other inventions?
No, it is my goldfish. Away from that bull, you louts!
All right, time pilots. Time is Dr. Bell with the year. Is it 1689, 1768, or 1830? During the clues we just heard, James Hargraves, spinning Jenny speeds up yarn. America is a British colony and reign of King III. All right, lock onto it as soon as you can. Okay, good group. Michael Powell, what'd you say?
1968.
Okay, Jordy?
7.
Very good. And Vinod?
1768.
Answer is 1768. 10 points for all. And pilots, the spinning jenny was patented in 1770 and marking another step forward for clothing production. But unless we get back to spinning wheel, who knows what you're wearing by the end of the show. So, to 1768.
Catch me if you can, time pilots.
Pilots, we've made it to 1768, but Dr. Belljar has zapped our fact fuel. It's time for another data boost. I'll give a name. Your job, buzz in and tell me whether I've named a real person or a fictional character, all right? If you're right, you get 5 power points. If you're wrong, you lose 5. Remember, is it a real person or Caesar?
Real person.
Wait till I call you, okay, Michael? But that is correct, and you buzzed in correctly. All right, Nancy Drew. Yes, Michael?
Fictional character.
Correct, Nancy Drew's character. Jack the Ripper. Vinod.
Character. No, real person.
Actually, you said fictional character first, and that's incorrect. He was a real person. He terrorized London in 1888. His case is still unsolved. How about Walt Disney? Yes, Jordy.
Real person.
Correct. Victor Frankenstein. Yes, Michael.
Fictional character.
Correct. He's the man who creates the monster in Mary Shelley's famous book. All right. Great job, time pilots. We've replenished our fact fuel, and we're ready for time travel. Good job, guys. The question remains, where in time has Dr. Belljar taken the spinning wheel? So, if we can... Wait a second. What's happening?
Feel like you're spinning your wheels, time pilots? Well, I've got the spinning wheel, and you'll never get it back. I'm hiding in a store called Bon Marché in a country led by Napoleon III. Bon Marché means good bargain, which is funny. It's one of the first stores where customers don't bargain over price. Instead, each item has a price tag. Today, Bon Marché sells just clothing and fabrics, but it will expand to many departments in the coming years. In fact, some people call it a first department store. I'm thinking of starting a department store of my own. Gifts for the criminally gifted.
All right, time pilots. Where in time is Dr. Belljar? Name the country and the decade. Is it Switzerland in the 1750s, Portugal in the 1790s, or France in the 1850s? Remembering the clues we just heard, country led by Napoleon III, Bon Marché, the first department store, and one of the first stores to set fixed prices. We all have an answer. Very good. Michael, pal, what'd you say?
France in the 1850s.
All right, Jordy?
France in the 1850s.
Okay, Vinod?
France in the 1850s.
The correct answer is France in the 1850s. 10 points for all you guys. Very good. Pilots' early department stores sold the clothing and fabric that could now be produced more easily. But you may never have a mall to hang out in again if we don't get back that loot. Engine crew? Let's warp to the 1850s. All right, pilots, we've followed Dr. Belljar to the 1850s, but he's on to us because he's about to do some globe hopping. It's time for global pursuit. Grab your controls and watch the globe on your screen and buzz in when you think you know the right answer. You get 5 points if you're right. If you're wrong, you lose 5, okay? Remember, we're in the 1850s. Belljar's in the city where Isaac Merritt Singer builds an... Yes, Michael.
Boston.
Correct. Now he's dashed to the city where Levi Strauss makes the first... Yes, Vinod.
San Francisco.
Correct. He's in the state where seamstresses protest their... Yes, Michael.
New York.
Correct. He skipped to the European city where the... Vinod.
Stockholm.
Actually, it's London. The question was he skipped to the European city where the bowler hat is being introduced. He's in New York town where feminists... Yes, Jordy.
Seneca Falls.
Correct, Seneca Falls. All right, pilots. Well done, but you know what? Belljar just skipped out of Seneca Falls just before we got there. And now, we're out of clues. Time is running out, and we're out of clues, and the situation's desperate. You know, Chief, we need to contact Omniscia.
I don't know if you'll have enough power, Kevin. Is the situation critical?
Chief, we've got to risk it.
All right. I'll input the enabling codes.
Pilots, it's a year when Kevlar fiber makes life-saving news. Kevlar was invented by the DuPont company. They knew it was very strong, but years passed before anyone thought of using it for bulletproof clothing. But this year, a policeman survives a shooting because he was wearing a Kevlar vest. And now President Ford, after 2 recent assassination attempts, wears a Kevlar coat. Soon the miracle fiber will be sewn into protective umbrellas, suits, helmets, and more.
All right, pilots, you heard the clues from Omniscia. Tell me, for 10 power points, tell me the year in which Dr. Belljar is hiding. Is it 1955, 1965, or 1975? Remembering the clues we just heard, Kevlar vest saves police officer's life for the first time, and President Ford in office. 2 recent assassinations. All right, Michael, buddy, what'd you say?
1975.
Okay, Jordy?
1965.
All right, and Vanessa?
1965.
Okay, correct answer is 1965. 10 points for Michael. All right, pilots, cloth isn't just for fashion anymore. Kevlar fiber is stopping bullets and saving lives. All right, pilots, we've got to make one final leap forward in time, and that means an ultimate data boost. Each correct answer gets you 10 power points, but if you're wrong, you lose 10 power points, all right? So far, this point, Michael has 175 power points, 5, and Bernard 135. Good point for anybody, Jordy, to try and catch up on those points to see which 2 pilots go on to complete this mission, okay? So, I'll give you a word, your job, buzz in and tell me whether I've named a country or an article of clothing. Each correct answer gets you 10 power points, but again, if you're wrong, you lose 10 power points. Here we go. Bhutan. Yes, Michael.
Country.
Correct. Jodhpur.
Country.
Vinod. Incorrect. It's clothing. It's a type of pants used for horseback riding. All right. Canada. Yes, Jordy.
Country.
Fedora. Michael.
Clothing.
Correct. A fedora is a hat. Andorra. Michael.
Country.
Correct. Turtleneck. Michael.
Clothing.
Correct. Tonga. Vinod.
Country.
Correct. Togo. Michael.
Clothing.
Incorrect. It's country. Togo is a country. Toga.
Country.
Incorrect. All right, correct answer is clothing, and that was a loose wrap that was popular during the Roman Empire. All right, so that was very good. Let's see how well we did, guys. Michael has 205 power points, Jordy 155, and Vinod 125, which means that Michael and Jordy are moving on to the next phase of our mission. But Vinod, you did a wonderful job, buddy. Okay, you really did. Excellent job. And now, the Chief wants to say a few words to express our appreciation.
You did some great navigating in pursuit of Dr. Belljar, but sometimes that bionic bozo has all the luck. To assist you on future missions, I'm awarding you our Acme Top Mission Pack. A deluxe Britannica World Atlas, this official Carmen t-shirt, the Chrono Skimmer cap with you-know-whose picture in front, a wear-in-time watch, and finally, this Carmen Sandiego CD-ROM library and board games. They're what top-notch time pilots pack for R&R breaks between missions. From the brass here at Acme Time, and congratulations!
Thanks, Chief. Squadron, we've sent Vinod back to land while we stay on board to complete this mission. You guys ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, Chief, we're ready.
Time pilots, the history of clothing is at stake. Get to 1975 and secure that spinning wheel. Kevin, you're in command.
Aye, aye, Chief. Time pilots, full speed ahead to 1975. Look, Beljar's got the spinning wheel in a cybersphere. Activate the loot tractor beam.
You'll never catch the brilliant Beljar.
Well, Beljar's given us a slip again, time pilots, but we've gotten back the spinning wheel and have it safely on board. Congratulations, guys. You've completed mission objective number 1. Now I've got to return the loot to 800. Let's check in with the Chief to get our flight plan. Chief?
Time pilots, you must navigate the chrono skimmer through 8 events from the history of clothing, starting at the most recent event and finishing at the least recent event. The time pilot who does that goes on to chase Carmen and Dr. Beljar along the trail of time. Here are the events on your flight plan. Hitler organizes the brown shirts. The spinning Jenny is patented. The movie Singles popularizes the grunge look. The spinning wheel is common in India in the Middle Ages. First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy popularizes the pillbox hat. The Singer sewing machine is invented. The International Ladies Garment Workers Union is organized. President Ford wears a protective Kevlar coat. That's your briefing, time pilots. Good luck on your journey.
All right, Michael, you had the highest score, so you get to choose whether you want to go first or second.
I'll go first.
You'll go first. All right. I want you to navigate this chrono skimmer back through time, most recent event, starting by picking the most recent event on the board. Go ahead.
I'll pick Singles popularizes grunge.
Correct. You've navigated us to 1992. The flannel shirts, ripped jeans, first appeared in the northwestern U.S. several years early. Can you pick the next most recent event on the board?
Ford wears Kevlar coat.
Correct. You've gotten this ship to 1975. Can you name the next most recent event on the board?
Kennedy's pillbox hat.
Correct. You've navigated us to 1961. Can you plot a course with the next most recent event on the board?
Hitler organizes brown shirts.
Yes. You've navigated the chrono skimmer to 1921. They were a paramilitary group with the Nazi movement, and they were brown uniforms. Now, can you navigate us to the next most recent event on the board?
Sewing machine invented.
Okay, we got to go to Jordy. Jordy, most recent event and least recent event.
Singles popularizes grunge.
Correct. You've gotten us to 1992. Can you pick the next most recent event?
Ford wears Kevlar coat.
Correct. You've steered this ship to 1975. Can you pick the next most recent event?
Jacqueline Kennedy's pillbox hat.
Yes. You've gotten us to 1961. Can you pick the next most recent event?
Hitler organizes brown shirts.
Correct. You've navigated us to 1921. Can you pick the next most recent event?
The ILGWU organized.
Yes, you've steered this ship to 1900. Workers in the clothing industry formed the International Ladies Garment Workers Union for better pay and working conditions. Can you pick the next most recent event on the board?
Singer sewing machine invented.
You have steered the ship to 1851. We're almost there. Can you pick the next most recent event on the board?
Spinning Jenny patented.
You've piloted the chrono skimmer to 1770. Correct. Can you pick the next most recent event on the board?
Middle Ages spinning wheel.
Correct. You've saved history, Jordy. Congratulations. Did a great job. We'll move on in a moment. Just a second, okay? Michael did a good job. We're proud to have you as a squadron. All right? So right now, don't worry about your next mission.
The squadron's only as good as each of its members, and an outstanding time pilot today. That's why I'm awarding you this terrific TimeNet mission pack and this cool portable CD player. The stereo headphones will let you listen to top secret mission profiles, and the rechargeable batteries will power you through any situation. You're a top flight time pilot. Congratulations.
All right, did a good job. You've returned the spinning wheel to the year 800. You must feel pretty good. Yeah. All right, right now, Michael is piloting the chrono skimmer back to the present day, but Carmen is still on the move. And you've got to chase her down, all right? So it's time for us to leave the chrono skimmer and go to the trail of time. Chief,
I'm activating the transportal department. Get ready to leave the chrono skimmer.
Here we go, Chief.
case and we're chasing her through history. Chrono skimmer, engines hot, bio villains, evil plot, our brave squadron leader will help us defeat her and bring back the loot to its rightful place in time. Tell me where in time it's gone in San Diego. Stop her crime and solve this mystery. Tell me where in time it's gone in San Diego. We're on the case and missing us through history.
All right, Jordan, we've made it to the trail of time. Your job is to track down the bell jar, but you won't be working alone. The engine crew will guide you through 6 time portals, moving from the past to the 20th century. Here's what you run to each portal, hit the button, and Carmen will try and stump you with a question. Listen to it very carefully, then shout out the answer. If you're right, the gate opens automatically and you run through, looking for the engine crew to guide you to the next portal. If you're wrong, you've got to work a device to open the gate, like John is showing us now. Along the trail of time, you'll capture Dr. Belljar, and if you make it through all 6 portals before time runs out, you'll energize the capture crystal and trap Carmen and win the big multimedia computer. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, you've got 90 seconds. Ready, set, go, Jordy, go. Follow the engine crew to the first time portal.
1793. What does the cotton engine do to cotton? Removes or fix it.
Remove the seats.
Let's go.
It's the 1850s. What shopping innovation does Bon Marché introduce? Or fixed prices?
Fixed prices.
All right, Jordy, you've captured Dr. Belljar. Congratulations. Keep up the good work.
It's 1917. Who makes the first tennis shoe in the U.S.? Keds or Converse?
Kids.
Yes, you're halfway there. You've got 44 seconds left.
It's 1922. Who leads armed squads called Black Shirts? Hitler or Mussolini?
Mussolini.
Yes, 2 more to go, Jordy. Keep going, pal. You've got 30 seconds left.
It's the 1970s. What chemical company produces Kevlar for bulletproof clothing? Dow or DuPont?
Dow.
All right, crank the crank. Open the gate. Keep going faster. You're almost there. Keep up the work, Jordy. Almost there, buddy. All right, go on to the next portal.
It's the 1980s. Where is the grunge look first appearing? Northwestern U.S. or Southern California?
Northwestern.
Yes, Jordy, you made it to the trail of time. Congratulations, pal. You have energized the capture crystal. Now take it and run and place it in the chronolock chamber. Go, pal, so we can capture Carmen San Diego. Fantastic. That was great, Jordy. You completed every phase of this mission. You captured Carmen, you captured Dr. Belljar, and you returned the loot to its proper place in time. Right now, the Chief wants to show you what you've won. Chief!
You've done everything we've asked of you today and earned an A1 mission rating. So, we're giving you a complete multimedia computer system featuring a 28.8 BPS fax modem, 850 meg EIDE hard drive, and lots of other great initials and numbers. You'll also get a year of Britannica Online, your interactive source for information. Plus, the Britannica CD-ROM Encyclopedia and the 32-volume encyclopedia set. Why, soon you'll be the most knowledgeable person in history. Time Pilot, I salute you.
Thanks, Chief. Jordy, you won the big computer. How do you feel, pal?
Great.
I bet you feel great. You did a great job. We're proud of you. But right now, we've all got to go back to the present. And remember, at Acme TimeNet, history is our job.
And the future is yours.
We're on the case and we're chasing her through history. Throttle open, thrusters on, chrono skimmer gets us strong. Pack extra socks and we'll all beat the clock. From the Stone Age to Middle Age.